When Raw, SmackDown, WWE, or AEW end, tune in to the Joe Cronin Show. Live on YouTube for review and reaction. Joe Cronin and Jake break down all the action. All of it. The Joe Cronin Show. Your source for wrestling opinions, news, and insanity.
Everybody's
a wrestling podcast with attitude. Mature audiences only. Join our community of over 70,000 people. Subscribe free on YouTube to The Joe Cronin Show.
Of this planet, so we can talk about wrestling tonight. AEW was whatever tonight, but the fact of the matter is WWE NXT in your house. We're going to be giving you some of those talking points and predictions tonight as well, plus the AEW review. And Jake DeMarco is back tonight. He's back, everyone in the chat. So, big stuff tonight coming. Yeah. I got a picture of your mother's thingies in my face. I got a picture of your mother's place. Shout out to my son Champion, who became a $10 VIP patron. Jaff94 as well. And the man is back. And I'm not talking about the man. I'm talking about the man. Jake DeMarco. Looking like he lost 10 years on his life. Look at that, man. He's looking younger and younger every time I see him. That transformation plastic surgery that he had is really starting to pay off. I'll tell you, man. I've got to look into getting that same surgery, man. They can cut my body up, do whatever they got to do to me. If I can start to look like I'm younger like Jake, it's on, brother.
That's what it all comes down to, the fountain of youth.
Yeah, you're looking like creepy. You're looking like we went back to 2015 or something.
Yeah, I'm just, the skinnier I get, the more back in time I turn.
It's weird because over the years you got bigger and bigger and unhealthier looking, and just like me. And now you're going back to like when I first hung out with you, and now I need to get healthy again. Although I did
skipping a few beats.
I did lose 15 pounds, but I need to lose another 20. Like no doubt, I need to lose.
Hey, every pound counts.
Well, I lost 15, which is amazing anyway, because I spent over a year, 2 years at the same weight or increasing my weight. So it's kind of amazing what it's at right now. But I mean, I got 20 more pounds to go, and then we'll be good to go. So man, AEW tonight. I'll tell you overall, we got In Your House coming up too. We're gonna talk about that later. I think we'll save that for afterwards. I thought tonight was an okay show, but it was a little bit like.
It was a lot of filler to me.
Yeah, it was. They
recapped that Tyson thing multiple times, and see, to me, I wasn't that enamored or captivated by the Tyson Jericho possibility. Anyways, to me, it didn't really do much for my excitement levels.
Great idea for their publicity, though. Great idea for publicity.
Oh, it's a great idea for them to get their name out there to, you know, the places that don't usually cover wrestling, but cover boxing. So great idea, worth the money in that sense. But to keep it as prevalent as it is and make it the main focus, I don't know if it's going to do that much.
Yeah, I don't know if it can do much more than
what's the end goal here? Like, even when Austin and Tyson were feuding, the end goal was the WWF Championship. So they had a focal point.
Yes.
And there was always the chance that, they were going to come to blows. You'd see Tyson and Austin finally, trading shots, and it got close, but it never really happened. And you didn't know which side Tyson was going to be on, really. You thought he was with DX, and then he surprised everybody. And so there was many story elements. With this, it's just Jericho doesn't like Tyson. So what do we get out of it? A match, potentially?
Yeah, I guess they're looking for, they're going to have a match. I think, like you said, though.
And that doesn't excite me because, Tyson can't lose with him making another in-ring return.
Well, what really made things awesome for the Stone Cold version of this whole thing was that Tyson sort of slid into a secondary background role. He went from being the focal point that night to then being the enforcer in this sort of background role.
Yeah, exactly what I was trying to get the message sent home before. The focal point was the title. And the fact that, even the rivalry between Shawn and Austin kind of took a back burner seat as well, because everything was about Austin not being able to get that belt. Vince was going to do what he could to make sure Austin didn't win, and that only progressed more after WrestleMania 14. So,
well, a lot
it gave a jumping off point for the Attitude Era to really go like full steam ahead from that point on.
A lot of people didn't know that we're live, so again, we didn't get the alert out. I don't think we're shadow banned tonight, though. So let me take. I did
get the alert myself, which I don't always get them, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, I'm a hit or miss with them too. We are showing up in the feeds from what I can see, so we're good there. It's just a lot of people didn't get the alert. I don't know why, dude. I don't know if it's allergies or what, but that whole breathing thing has come back to me full force, bro. It's so hard. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, it happened the other day. I don't even know. Maybe it is anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been watching all the coverage, all the crazy crap.
But even if it's not, and then you just become anxious, it makes that initial, symptom 1,000 times worse because your anxiety blows it out of proportion. And
maybe I got asthma, and maybe I've developed asthma, and I don't really know it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Pollen is at the highest count it's been in ages, from what I was reading, and people are not having a good time with allergies that usually don't suffer at all. So.
Right. In fact, I'm going to go close the window real quick, but I also want to say everybody on Patreon did get the alert, so thank you to all the patrons. I got so many messages. Dude, if I didn't have Patreon, I wouldn't know you were going live. So I'm back to 325 patrons, but if you guys want to sign up there, I'm going to have me and Jake probably going to try to do something on there, and we may do something on their post-show here. So go check it out. We are that is one of the best ways to get the alert out to you guys, and everybody should have gotten the alert over there that we are live. So hopefully you got it. I just resent another one out in your emails, so let me know if you didn't get it, but hopefully you did. And if you're on Twitch and you guys become a subscriber on Twitch, sometimes I jump on Twitch and I email the listeners that way. So, hopefully all of that together works. But I'm not really sure what works anymore at this point. But
yeah, I have heard NXT was better tonight. Now I only saw AEW, but I think that they're trying to do what AEW was doing, which is when you have a show coming up, you're full steam ahead once again. So I think they're trying to put their best foot forward as much as possible. Excuse me, and
I
really
wouldn't be surprised if they beat him, because if you
they want to get people to tune into this, in your house show as much as possible.
Well, if you were going to beat AEW, tonight is the night to beat AEW, because they were very cruise control tonight.
Yeah, what my biggest gripe from tonight is that there really was no takeaway. What happened? I don't feel that there's anything memorable. There were certain things that stood out that I did enjoy, but I'm just not in love with the product they're giving us right now, unfortunately. I'm glad they didn't break up the Inner Circle as that had been discussed. And I could see why they would do that at this point in time, but I think that's way too soon. But I could see why they would, because they canceled the Blood and Guts, War Games match, obviously. They had their Stadium Stampede instead. Now you have the Elite, the Inner Circle. What more really can be done between these two teams? And one of the thoughts that was prevailing was, all right, well, you have the Inner Circle start to go their own way. But I feel like there's more you could still get from the team. You just got to kind of refresh things.
Yeah, I was surprised when you said that, but you're not. I've heard other people say like, oh, they're gonna break up the Inner Circle, and
I really hope that's not the case yet. But
yeah, I don't think it's time for that. I think it's time to let them be a little more separated. Like let the tag team guys do that. Let Sammy run around with Jericho, kind of like they did tonight. So I thought that was pretty cool, but I don't think they need to do anything crazy or drastic, or whatever.
No, not yet. Not by a long shot. So now we had this, this big rivalry between the Dark Order and we saw Moxley basically damn near break his neck at the pay-per-view, going through the entrance ramp / stage with Brody Lee. And now Brody Lee is what? No more. He's just been kind of cast aside. And that's one of the main gripes I have with AEW. They have these huge moments or big feuds, but they're kind of one and dones. We had this massive buildup between Cody and MJF, and I feel like we still haven't really gotten the payoff from that yet. We will when we finally get to see MJF out there week in, week out. But at this point in time, it's just not living up to his potential. So,
yeah, I don't think so either. And I think that there's a lot of guys doing that. Did you, before AEW came on the air, well, let me play a donation real quick. Guys, if you want to donate, the link is down below as always. Streamlabs, Super Chat works. Drop something if you want. We'll talk about it. Support the show that way. And we got Jake back tonight, so it's a lot you can ask him. He's been gone for a while. He's been sick, man. He's back. Like, it's crazy. Super Chat.
Party.
Coming in from Omar. What's up, Omar?
Tonight felt lackluster. 5/10.
5/10 from Omar. I agree with you, man. It was a bit lackluster tonight. I didn't think anything was, like, terribly bad. I just thought it was, like you said, lackluster. Jake,
yeah, pretty boring.
Did you happen to catch the promo by Tully Blanchard with Sean Spears?
No, people keep telling me to go and check this out too, and I didn't get to see it before AEW.
Dude, it was basically he ranted on him like how Cornette ranted on him.
Really?
He was like, you're supposed to be this serious thing, and we're looking for a tag team partner and all these things, and you come out here wearing my face on your balls or like on your crotch, and he like flipped out, and it was dude, it was great. And again, another guy basically overshadowed the guy that he's representing.
Yeah, which we've seen time and time again.
I mean, not that it didn't have to be done. Let me play a little bit of it for you guys. Jake, unfortunately, won't be able to hear it, but I should have thought of this earlier when we were talking about
I'll pull it up on the stream.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit behind, but here's a little bit of it right here. This is on AEW's channel.
Last time I got in front of an AEW camera, it was in search of the perfect partner for Sean, because that's where we were going to go. That time is over. It stopped. No more search. What I've seen in the last couple of months, Sean, has changed my thought process. Because I thought you and I had synergy. I thought you and I were thinking the same way. And at pay-per-view, here I am sitting in my living room with friends, and all of a sudden I pop up on your crotch? In what friggin' world do you think that was funny? That's not what my legacy is gonna be, Sean. I promise you that. And there's something gotta happen in here. You've got to reach down inside you if you want to have a legacy, if you want to be a champion, if you want to be the best. You have got to go in and dig something out of your heart. When I held up 4 fingers in front of a camera on national television, that's because we were the best. You gotta be the best. You gotta want to be the best. If you don't want to be the best, then I'm gonna be out the door. What do you want? What do you want your legacy to be?
This is like his dad yelling at his kid.
Championship belts for your kid to hold up and say, look what my dad was? If you don't change something in your...
Or do you want him to pull up a picture of my face on your dick? Imagine if he said that. Oh, my God, dude. But no,
holy
dude,
hell, I wish I got to see this before.
I don't know if somebody in the chat can tell me, but I don't know if it's word for word. If it's word for word, then it's very interesting. But I listened to Jim Cornette's review of Double or Nothing, which was, by the way, hilarious.
It was great.
But one of the things he did say was, is that what we're doing here? Is that the legacy here of Tully? Like his face on this guy's dick or whatever the fuck, Jim Cornette says? And I swear to God, maybe you guys can help me out with that in the chat, but I think that Cornette actually said the Tully Blanchard promo. I think that's where Tully got some of that from. Now, I mean...
it sounds familiar, so, it could just be...
I mean, they could be like-minded, they could just be like-thinking, but I'm pretty sure they heard Cornette. I mean, you guys got to let me know what you think.
Well, Jericho admitted that they were listening to Cornette's review, and he was kind of bent out of shape about it. And Cornette said, I didn't realize you were that much of a pussy, so...
Oh, he is. Remember, I gave Jericho an 8 out of 10 in his match, and he blocked me.
Yeah, and he was so salty.
Like, it was like, yeah, man, he's definitely, like, he was a little bit slower than we're used to. He's changing his style up. You can tell he's, whatever else. But, yeah, man, like 8 out of 10 or whatever. And then Jericho blocked my fucking Twitter account. Like, it was like, dude, you just blocked me for giving you an 8 out of 10?
Yeah, he was not happy that it wasn't a perfect 6-star, 10 out of 10,
Right? I don't think I'd given anybody else even close to that.
That was pretty, revered after score, so...
Spears
but yeah, talk
jobber.
about a fantastic promo. See, things like this need to be on the show. This is, Cornette said it before, obviously. You and I have said it many, many times. They have these great moments, and they're not on the show. They killed the Nightmare Collection through therapy. That was a great way to handle it. They've had things with the Dark Order. They've had something else happened recently. Oh, the Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny. I guess the Bunny's no longer with them, too. Well, why is that not shown? I think they expect everybody that watches AEW should be watching Being the Elite, and obviously AEW Dark and the Road 2 series and anything else that they throw at you in between. And then Sammy Guevara's blogs and vlogs and and Jericho stuff now. Like, if you're not catching all this stuff, you're missing a substantial portion of storyline.
Yeah, I think that this was really an important thing to see. I mean, why couldn't they show it?
Why not have it on the television? You could have cut a few things, just that for the minute long that promo was. You could have cut a minute 30 out of the women's match.
Muhammad Abdel is saying it was on the show tonight.
I didn't see it on the show. I could have been crazy. It could have been the one time I got up to go to the bathroom, but...
I did go to the bathroom twice, and I missed the first 20 minutes of the show. Jake told me the first match was all right.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad way to start it. It's good to see them actually as a tag team again. Hangman Page and Kenny Omega have not fought together, and obviously with the COVID thing going on, they're taking on Kip Sabian and Jimmy Havoc, and the AEW tag team titles were on the line.
They showed half of it. They showed half of it. Someone says that's really good. Then, man, that's just us.
Okay, because I didn't see it. So.
That's me and Jake anticipating commercials then and getting up and missing it. So that's really good that they showed it. And if we were doing a better job of watching the entire thing from the beginning to the end, we'd pick up on this stuff. So I missed it completely. I had no idea. And maybe I forgot they showed it. If it was early, I missed it because I didn't start watching the show until 8:15 or 8:17 or something like that. So, yeah, I missed it if it was on there. So good. So it was on the show. Good, because that was a good promo, man. I'm glad everybody saw it because I thought it was good. It is a little jarring and a little surprising, in a way because... you think they're going with this whole, Sean Spears is going to be silly and he's this newscaster guy. I think they should stick with that update thing he was doing where he was doing the newscaster thing. I thought that was really good.
Okay, they showed part of it right before Tully, the Twitter promo from Tully. They showed it before Brian Cage's entrance against Sean Dean. So that was right after the first match. Yeah, I didn't catch the quick recap of it, so I did see them show obviously the brawl and the closing from last week and Cage's debut, but I didn't see the Tully part of it. Well, at least they included parts of that on the programming. I mean, because really, he's not being taken seriously, and Sean wanted to form something special, look for a tag partner, all these things. Tully's been helping him, and you're making him look like an asshole, so I'm glad they said something.
Yeah, well, I'm glad they showed it. Absolutely. I missed it, but I'm glad they showed it. I wonder what else I missed. I like what they're doing with Blanchett. I like what they're doing with Britt Baker. I like what they're doing with Britt Baker.
I was going to say that was probably one of my favorite things the entire night. For some reason, seeing her slowly pulling a weight tied to the back of her wheelchair cracked me up like you would not believe. It was such a simple, overstated thing, but that had me actually like really legitimately laughing.
Well, the idea of her heckling too, like on a truck, like on her wheelchair outside, I mean, it was a little stupid, but
you know, she could just go ahead and ostracize the females that were in the ring and keep up her heel persona while aggressively rehabbing her injury by doing all these, you know, ridiculous things. I thought that was just very, very funny and a good use of her to still have her be around.
You know what would be funny?
What's that?
What I was thinking is if I don't know if she's capable of doing this with the injury, so what I'm about to say only works if it makes it possible for the injury. I'm ignorant to the injury and how much pain she's in and what she's capable of. But I would have loved it if Big Swole could have possibly thrown the chair at her face and she could have, you know, put her hands up and blocked it and then like, and flipped herself over onto her back in the truck on the wheelchair. I don't know if that's possible with her injury.
I don't know with her leg if they could do it, but that'd be funny if they could.
That would have been so funny to me if she was like going to chase her and she said, I forget this, and she flung the chair up at her and hit her with it, and then she like fell over. Yeah, I don't know, man. Or even if she had a drink in her hand, whatever. It just, something like that I think would have been funnier. It wasn't as good because I think something like that would have been funny. But what they're already doing with somebody who's literally crippled is kind of amazing and kind of fun and kind of cool. So we are ready, man. What's up to the chat? I've got shots of rum tonight. I've got shots of rum, everybody. It's a Wednesday night. I'm feeling sexy down below where the tickle spot is. And I think I'm going to do maybe a little shot of rummy. I don't know yet. Should I do it, chat? Should I do it, Dave? I don't know.
A little bit of rummy in the tummy.
Let's play a donation. Maybe the rum will help me feel better. Make me breathe better. I don't know.
Shit bum.
What's up, Joe?
What's up?
First time donating subscriber recently. Cody versus Jungle Boy went all out for the TNT Championship match.
I think they did really well, Dylan. I think it made it feel like that belt meant something. My nitpick about it is that I think it should have been a slight bit longer. I would have gone a little bit longer, like 3 or 4 minutes longer. That's a super nitpick, okay? No, Chris did not block me, everybody. People, I don't know if people are getting upset about that. Chris did not block me recently. This was something that happened 2 years ago almost. Jericho blocked me 2 years ago.
Wasn't it Wrestle Kingdom?
It was for Wrestle Kingdom, and I gave his match an 8 out of 10, and he blocked me after that. But he then unblocked me, followed me, DM'd me, and said he was having a bad night with just he had so many attacks. And I worded my criticism of the match wrong. Instead of saying good things about the match and then what I didn't like and giving him an 8 out of 10, I basically wrote that the only negative I had about the match that lowered it to make it an 8 out of 10, so he took it the wrong way. So no, guys, you don't have to go tweeting him like, what the hell, dude? No, Jericho unblocked me 2 years ago, DM'd me 2 years ago, and he was, I know why he blocked. He read the thing wrong. He didn't even see the 8 out of 10. I think he just saw I was responding to someone who said he was getting slower and older. And I said, yeah, man, he lost a step to me. He did lose a step. He's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit different, and he's changing up his style. Obviously, he's going to be changing up his style. But it was only a year ago or two that he was in the ring in Japan, and he wrestled with Pac, and he was so quick. If anybody remembers,
fast.
It was
that was
like
the Beast in the East show, I believe.
Yes, dude, he was unbelievable in that. I said, Jesus Christ, he looks like he looks faster than he did in other matches. He was flying all over the place with Pac. And
because we kept saying how that match saved the show because Lesnar took on the New Day, and it was just such a terrible squash instance.
Yeah, dude. I agree. So I just said compared to that, he seems like he's wrestling a different style. So I was responding to someone else who said that, and then I gave my 8 out of 10 and said, but all that being said, I think he's reinventing, and it's working out really well. And it was like one of the best, my favorite matches, maybe the best match for me because of the build-up and everything. I give the whole thing an 8 out of 10. And so I think that's why he did that.
It makes sense. Like you said, present things oddly, but at least he was the bigger man and reached out to you afterwards.
So do you think with what happened, not to switch gears over to NXT, but real quick, do you think with what happened with Drake Maverick, Spud, is he staying in the WWE? I mean,
it certainly seems that way. People are speculating both ways, saying that, oh, this was just a work to get everybody into his promo and give him some underdog, believability. I think that he went ahead and cut that great promo when he was fired because he was emotional.
Trying to save
WWE
himself?
saw it and said, oh, shit, we made a mistake, or we can't let him go, or let's still use him for the Cruiserweight tournament and we can turn this into an angle because it was getting such a great response.
Yeah, and he didn't know he was going to win or not, and I didn't think he was going to win.
Yeah, so I genuinely feel like that was not planned. It just fell into their lap and worked out well. So he might end up signing, but I don't think it was pre-planned, personally.
If I was any company, I wouldn't want to lose him because, to me, he's like a utility guy. He can almost do anything. At any point, he could become a United States champion and really tear it up.
Yeah, because I guess from what I heard, he was rehired, but that was earlier today. And if he was being rehired, as they said he was, it wasn't going to be specifically in-ring talent. It was going to be about him, handling other obligations.
And he originally was a commissioner. Phenomenal promo, dude. I'm telling you, man, phenomenal promo. I wish we could get Ricochet back in NXT so I could see Ricochet do what I know Ricochet can do in that form and in that place. So, I don't know. I wish we could get that, but
unfortunately, that would have been great. But we're not getting that seemingly yet. I guess cat's out of the bag, really, because it is already being shared on Twitter. I was trying to avoid, but Triple H did offer, obviously, Drake Maverick a WWE contract tonight. That was at the end. The WWE NXT said #thank you Drake. We are NXT. Triple H came out. They offered him a contract. So it says, welcome back to the black and gold brand.
How much you bet it was real and they worked him?
I think it was real, honestly, and it just kind of worked out where, wow, look at all this great promo, all this passion. How come we weren't seeing this before? And I don't feel like it was his fault. I think he just didn't have the opportunity to represent himself to the fullest. So now they gave him a chance to cut these great promos and really be himself, and oh wow, he's really good in the ring too. Who would have thunk it? So
I don't know.
I think it just worked out in his favor. That's my take, honestly. I feel like WWE got lucky and he lucked out as well.
Yeah, a lot of lackluster tonight from AEW, man, on the bottom of my list. I wonder what the ratings are going to be, because last week's show was such a launching pad for what's been going on. So I wonder if we're going to see the ratings dip up again this week because of last week's show, or if we're going to see the ratings go down a little bit. What do you feel about the overall, everything in the package, and I'm not talking about down below their private parts. I'm talking about everything in the package for FTR, for those guys, everything we've seen so far from what they've done. And before Jake answers, guys, in the chat, if you want to donate tonight, Streamlabs is in the description box down below. You can click that link, use PayPal or whatever. You guys fund the show. You guys keep the show going. You guys can have fun tonight. All the donation amounts are listed way down below. I know it's a tough time for everybody. It's a weird week. It's a weird time. I'm waiting for the asteroid, folks, and it might be coming, actually. We keep saying that. It's really coming, maybe. And I wouldn't be surprised. But down below, there it is. Or you can super chat if you want to give Google 30%. Super chat down below, the $signs there. Or become a member and join down below. Or if you have Amazon Prime. Do you have Amazon Prime? Because if you do, you can go to my Twitch right now, and the alert will pop up on the screen if you do it. You can actually subscribe to me on my Twitch account, twitch.tv/JoeCroninJCS. The link for my Twitch is in the description box down below, and Nightbot might be whoring it out. If you have Amazon Prime, you can give one free subscribe out to anybody on Twitch you want. And if you give it to me, I get $3, and it costs you nothing. So if you want to support the show, but you're like, I don't give people money, I don't do that bullshit, I'm not helping them at all, I don't care about anything. But I'll do it for free, fine, whatever. Amazon Prime, Twitch, go there now, hit the subscribe button. Even though I'm not live on Twitch, you guys go over there, subscribe, you get the icons, you get all the bonus stuff, and you give me $3 and it doesn't cost you anything. So go ahead and do that. A lot of you guys already have a resubbed. The other day, Bullsy gave 70 sub or something like that. I think it was like 70. This guy gave out 70 free subs to other people. He bought them for other
craziness.
people. That was nuts, dude. I've never had that, and I've got like 100 subs on Twitch. I never had that many subs. Subs means people paying you per month. Followers is free. You can go follow me on Twitch for free. But if you have Amazon Prime, you can sub also for free. So there's my big plug for the show today. Hopefully you guys check that out if you guys want to support what we're doing. But yeah, Jake, the Revival or whatever they're called now in FTR.
FTR, they're saying that, Tony says, I thought it meant F the Revival. And they're like, that's just what the internet says. It could be whatever we want it to be. Two things that came out of this, because I sound like such a hypocrite, but it's like, we wanted to see more in tag team, and we knew we weren't going to get it in WWE. We kind of got a little disenfranchised with some of the tag team stuff because it was such a focal point for AEW. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm very happy that the Revival is there now. Whatever you want to call them, the Revolt, the Revival, just FTR. Still going to be the Revival to me for a while. I didn't love the interview that they gave, but I did like it. They brought up Meltzer saying the next Midnight Express, and they did a lot to toot their own horn and said that, they don't want to hear any excuses going forward about them being softened up. They're going to take out the Butcher and the Blade next week, and it's going to be a hell of a fight. So we'll see what happens there. Hopefully it's a good, solid first match for them. And then in the same part, we got Colt Cabana being, kind of persuaded to join the Dark Order. Brody Lee comes up after Colt saying that I'm trying really hard. I just can't get the win, though. I can't get the W. And lo and behold, finally, they're doing what I've asked them to do for months. And again, I said I don't want to sound like a hypocrite, but it feels like it's just too little too late. Unless they do something to wow us, I feel like they missed this boat entirely. I don't see how them now going and trying to do what they should have done months ago with the Dark Order is going to help. They should have been procuring members and making changes. They take these people that are on terrible losing streaks like Colt Cabana, and then they offer him a chance to join. Because why are people following Brody Lee? What do you get out of this?
They're
what I think? They're not the tag champs. You're not. They're not holding titles. They're not winning every week in and week out. They're not. So why get your ass kicked by your ominous leader? What purpose does it serve? There really isn't one. They haven't shown us any of this, enigmatic, crazy, egotistical, eccentric leader. They just kind of showed a guy that was pretending to be Vince, and some of his Vince-isms came out. That's
what they need to do is they need to get Lance Archer. Oh, Brody Lee. I'm sorry. Brody Lee. They're very similar now. Brody Lee needs to go on a win streak. And he needs to be able to say to some of these people, do you see that 10-0 up on AEW.com? Do you think I'm 10-0 because I'm an idiot? I know how to wrestle. I know how to hurt people, and I know how to lead. I'm the most dangerous person in this company right now. The closest thing to me is a guy like Jake Roberts, and he's a manager. He can't get in the ring and physically compete. He's the only one with the brain close enough to mine, and he's about 90 years old. Watch what I do. And then people are like, damn, he is 10-0. He's got a point. It's unbelievable. And he needs to sort of like become this conniving character that gets over on people and gets things he wants and manipulates people. And then he can show the other wrestlers, see how I got what I wanted. I can help you get what you need and what you want. And what he should now do is pull the Joker from Batman, The Dark Knight. He should break a pool cue and make his minions wrestle each other. That's what he should be doing. He should be holding his own fight club.
And tryouts.
I'm
exactly.
dead serious. I'm dead serious. Right now, he should be doing a gimmick where he's holding tryouts. So he gets two disenfranchised people, and he gets them in the ring. And he goes, tonight we're going to have a new member of the Dark Order. And then for the other person, there's going to be a dream come true, and there's going to be a nightmare. And
exactly.
and
make
beat
it stand out that the person that loses is nothing but pain and suffering to continue.
So they have a match, a guy wins, now is in the Dark Order. Then they take the other guy and they do something fucking crazy to him. They spray paint him. They beat him. They handcuff him to the ring, and he forces his minions to go in the ring and all punch the guy in the gut. And then say, we're going to give you another chance next week against somebody else. But right now, it doesn't look like you have what it takes, and maybe it's time for you to end. And all these other cynical things and sinister things. And so you've got them recruiting people for a couple weeks, and then you've got the match. So you're creating your own tournament kind of thing. Fight Club version of the tournament inside of the Dark Order that has nothing really to do with AEW's tournaments or titles or things like that. It's to get into the club. And whether you have, and then you got to decide, listen, we don't want Dark Order to get crazy. So we don't want Dark Order to have any more than 10 members. So right now they've got 5 or 6 or whatever it is. We're going to do 4 members, and we're going to do it over time. And you can spread that over 8 weeks, and you can do all these crazy things with the Dark Order. And then you can have a second time where the 2 guys that are going to wrestle each other, instead they're in a parking lot, and he just drops a couple of kendo sticks. And these guys, and they're like, what's going on? They're like, oh, the match is out here. It's not a wrestling match.
Oh, there you go.
It's a hospital match or whatever. The first guy that has to be sent to the hospital loses. And they're beating the shit out of each other, and it's a street fight. And one guy at the end of it is bleeding everywhere and messed up, and then the referee is looking at what's his name, Luke, whatever fucking his name is now, Luke Harper, whatever. He looks at Luke Harper and he goes, whatever his name is now, I can't fucking remember. He looks at him and he goes,
Brody Lee. Yeah.
He goes, I think he's Brody. He's incapacitated. He's incapacitated, Brody. I don't think he can go on. And Brody goes, make the call. And then they call 911. And then an ambulance pulls up and takes the guy who lost away. And then he looks at the guy who beat the guy and he goes, congratulations, welcome to the new order. That type of stuff.
How do you take your steak? Yeah.
Yeah, and then they bring him a steak, and then they eat the steak right there. It's great.
Then you can have the thing where, the week out comes and somebody sneezes. That's when you could have done that stuff, if you really felt compelled to. But all of that character development should have been halted, and they really should have genuinely tried to go ahead and, with their best foot forward, show him to be this enigmatic, intelligent Hannibal, the cannibal type, levels of intelligence leader. That would have been something where he's always a step ahead of everybody else. That's the kind of thing that would have been really interesting to see. Even when stuff went terribly wrong, it was still all according to plan. One of those scenarios. I think it could have just been something really interesting and fun. Now, tonight we got some silly stuff. We got Sammy Guevara singing his lungs out, as terribly so, karaoke style for the Judas theme. That was funny. I liked actually.
Oh my God, dude. I was dying. It was kind of annoying. I think Jericho thought the same thing by his smiles, but it was funny.
But I was dying at Jericho corpsing the whole time, trying not to break character. And then when he's done, he's like, that's right. That was for me. That was excellent. That all those facials. It was friggin' hilarious.
Wait, there were facials?
Yeah. You had to really be paying attention.
Hit that subscribe button, John, you jerk off. What's up?
And I did laugh at Orange Cassidy. The baddest man in the planet. And then Cassidy comes out and... avoids a beating from Jericho, and that's kind of how it goes, and gets himself out of there quickly. Hager can't catch him either, and then he just gets lifted over the turnbuckle or over the ringside by best friends. That was funny as well. It
would have been funny if somebody had tried to get in Jericho's face to mock Tyson, and somebody tried to rip their shirt off and then couldn't get it off, and then mocked how he couldn't get his shirt off and was like, oh, how does your shirt work, Chris?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Things like that would have been entertaining, but for the most part of it, everything just felt forgettable. Even Cody and Jungle Boy had a good match, but I don't know. I feel like it could have been a little bit longer.
It's a little short with that commercial break. There wasn't really a good flow for it.
No, there wasn't. It was strong and solid, but it wasn't this mind-blowing outing that I know we can get from these two.
That's what it is, man. One less commercial and 4 more minutes. Either way, give me 5 more minutes or 1 less commercial, and I think that match could have been an 8.5 out of 10 for the TNT title, which would have been way better because we've seen it, Jake. We've seen Cody open up. Do you remember they've been giving the openers the longer matches, and they did again tonight. So we've seen Cody Rhodes be the best match on AEW for weeks. This was probably, his worst of all of those. I would say this was a 7 out of 10 match, but it could have been an 8.5 with a commercial break not done or 4 or 5 more minutes. So we just know they're capable of so much better, but it was good. They
are indeed capable, and I always get myself disheartened because, especially when I know, if they got that 7, but they really scrapped and clawed to get, that was the best they could give us, then fine. But when you get a 7, knowing that you could have gotten close to an 8, 8.5, maybe even a 9, that to me is so disheartening. So,
by the way,
it is just greatly disappointing.
I see a few people saying, or somebody saying, to add myself to Spotify. I am on Spotify. Just search Joe Cronin Show. Now, you may be saying, oh, no, I mean put the audio on. So you're right. I haven't been putting all of my audio episodes on Spotify. I don't yet know what to do. I would like to ask you guys what I should do. Originally, I was going to put all the audio on Patreon for the patrons. There's 325 of you guys supporting me on Patreon, and obviously we used to have 380 to 400, so I'm trying to get back to that. So if anybody wants to sign up on Patreon, man, that would help immensely for me. But I can put the audio on Patreon, and I can put the audio on Spotify. If that would help you guys, I will do it. I also didn't do it because I wanted to hopefully try to make the ad revenue on these shows on YouTube. Unfortunately, the ad revenue is only somewhere between $3 and $12 usually, so it doesn't really make a big difference. So if you guys think I should do that, I will do that. And I believe Meant to Offend should show up on Spotify. If anybody right now is using iPhone, Android, whatever you use to listen to podcasts, obviously you can download you can download 30 hours a month on Patreon that you cannot hear on YouTube whatsoever. So I urge you to become patrons if you can, not only to help the show, but because you guys can hear the content. But I'm also uploading free content to iTunes and stuff like that. So I'm asking for you guys to tell me what you think. Like, does Joe Cronin Show pop up in all your podcast feeds? Does Meant to Offend Episode 1 pop up in all your Spotify feeds and iTunes and all those type of things? Go on there and leave me reviews if you can. If you can leave reviews, that would be really cool too. But that's all I can say right now. Give me feedback. You can email me, joecroninshow@yahoo.com. You can try to message me on Patreon. I think I've reset all the messages, so you can message me there directly if you're a patron. You can DM me on Twitter @JCS Commentary. You can leave comments down below in the videos. I'll see them there too. Any way you can get my attention for what your opinion. Give me your opinion, your feedback. I don't like how this works. I like how that works. I don't like this show, but I do like that show. Give me more of this type of show. Give me more of that. I would pay for this on Patreon if you did it. I left Patreon because you weren't doing enough of this. I would like you to do more of this. Please do more of that, this, whatever. I'm a patron, and I'll stay a patron, but I'd like more of this. Tell me everything you want, and if I can make it happen, I'm going to make it happen. This is all I want to do for you. So please let me know, and I will do it, and I will work on it, and I will adjust it, and I will reach out to the people I need to get some shows moving again, as I've been doing over the last couple weeks. Got a couple shows in the works. Me and Famous B have episode 2 coming, so that's going to be there as well. There's just a ton of shit.
Can't wait for that. Love the first one.
Me and Jake are going to do a review of matches. I forget what match it was we decided on the last time, but there was something that somebody wanted, and now I can't. I wrote it down somewhere.
I forgot as well, but I have it in some of my show notes. So
yeah, I think me and Jake were going to take baby steps because of Jake and how sick he's been, and he doesn't have a lot of time because of that, and me neither with stuff. Instead of reviewing an entire old or classic pay-per-view, I think right now we're going to take baby steps and review a match.
Yeah, break down some matches, try and get through the Undertaker thing as well now that they're caught up with that. So that's been very entertaining.
Yeah. So there you guys go on that. Speaking of money and funding the show, let me play a donation so we can pay the bills here.
What else we got?
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff.
Oh,
Give me the bubbly.
a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Jake, I know why throw up calls. You saw a picture of Tommy's mommy's pussy and wanted to get a shotgun, then put a barrel in each eye socket and end it.
Oh my God, AJ Adams. Thank God Tommy's not here for that. Oh my God, that would be. I'd be getting DM'd and Facebooked and all kinds of crap. Oh my God, dude. AJ Adams, though, thank you for the donation, dude. And in a little bit, I am going to take phone calls in just a bit here.
Yeah, just a barrel to each eye socket.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete. I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers.
James Metzler.
I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
People really complaining about AU showing support for Black Lives. You know where most of those people stand politically. It just shows how sensitive y'all are.
People complaining about AEW showing support for Black Lives Matter. You know where most of those people stand politically. What's up, James Metzler? Usually James goes the other way with those things, but now he's defending AEW. James has been very right-leaning, but he's actually defending AEW here. But that's very logical, James. You're right. You can't get mad at AEW, man. They didn't come anywhere. Everybody's been virtue signaling like crazy.
Yeah, they stayed pretty far away from all of this and just tried to be supportive, I feel.
Yeah, you know, and I've tried to take that stance too. I don't want to come out and virtue signal. I just want to let I don't, you know, I've just grown up like not, you know, trying to like do the right stuff, but also not being overly virtuous and sensitive about all these things. So I can't tell you what to say. I just know that me and Jake, man, we support everybody, and when we support our black friends as well. But we're not going to virtue signal it all over the place to pretend like we're not going to treat black people like pets like most people do.
No, it drives me nuts.
Can't stand
the main
it.
thing you've seen so often with this past week or so is they went ahead and immediately, oh my God, you know, I'm going to be offended for you. You're just too stupid to realize that you should be offended right now, silly black person. So allow me, Mr. White Guy, to be offended for you because you can't understand or comprehend why you should be offended. That stuff makes me insane. You know, I become so irate with that bullshit.
I got in a fight with Leah's sister yesterday on Twitter because she sent me Jake Paul. Jake Paul was reading. He was reading from a script, and he was like, "All lives matter. I mean, Black Lives Matter, and all these things." And he was like going crazy. And I'm like, "He's reading a script. He's fake. That guy doesn't care."
He got blamed for rioting and looting as well. So
yes, that Jake Paul doesn't give a shit about anybody. He's just reading from a script. I've always given a shit. I've always been the person I am.
He's just there for the content.
Yes, we have always been the way we are. This guy is fake. He's just rattling off bullshit. So she sent me a clip of him and was like, you know, there's something wrong when Jake Paul gets it, but the president doesn't or whatever. And I'm like, I don't really like either one of them, but Jake Paul's an idiot. He's just virtue signaling with something his press person wrote so he could gobble the nuts of what's going on right now. So screw Jake Paul. He's a fake idiot. And then Leah's sister was like, I can't believe I have to explain the difference to a white man who's in his 30s. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, you talk about other people like being upset. Like, so anyway, I understand that everybody's upset about all these different things. I don't mind what AEW did. I didn't see anything that made me upset about anything. I couldn't. I mean, I don't care. Like, I show support for everybody. I like it. Show support for black people. I don't. Good. You know what I mean?
Just don't act offended because you think it's the right thing to do.
Like Stephanie McMahon tweeting, like, we stand with all this stuff. Now she's getting tweeted by everybody like, oh, are you going to get rid of Hogan from the Hall of Fame? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do that?
AEW did ban Hogan and his wife, though.
By the way, this is step number one. I want everybody to understand. This is step number one. Step number two is attacking people who have ever said anything before or not said anything on social medias and going after them and pretending like everybody's racist or crazy. It is something Dave Rose would say, virtue signaling. But you know what else Dave Rose would say? A whole bunch of other racist shit. So that's not Dave. I'm not Dave Rose. But the other problem is, the next thing is going after people's jobs everywhere who did things. The next step after that is dragging people out of their houses. The next step will be witch hunts. You will see your children hung in the next 10 years. I'm just telling you, if we keep going down this road of crazy virtue signaling, and I'm going to call you out before anything, even though you don't know if someone did something. You are going to see people so afraid that they would be called something that maybe they are or not or whatever, that they'll call out other people.
They'll throw people under the bus,
They'll throw people under the bus who really didn't do much wrong or told a joke or whatever, and they'll be throwing the wrong people under the bus who aren't that bad. You will see your children hung in the next 10 years. I'm talking about white people. You'll see your white children beaten and hung because something that happened on somewhere or in a fucking blog somewhere that they joked about something somewhere or they did something somewhere. You will see your family hung and beaten in the streets and killed, and you will see riots and race wars if you all keep this up. If everybody keeps pushing back against it and then also accepting all these weird things. I'm just saying right now, it's not me. I couldn't give a shit. I love everybody. You guys, I am looking at the fighting that everybody's doing on the outside. You're going to get it, bro. Watch your kids be hung. Watch what happens. Anyway, let's go back to AEW. Just go read 1984.
People are going to be so paranoid and afraid to say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing that they're going to, like you said, call people out and throw others under the bus, usually unjustifiably so, and it's just going to cause a whole nother level of distrust. It's going to be, I don't even know the right phrasing or word for it, but it'll be beyond racism, where it'll just be, society where everyone mistrusts and hates each other to the point where no one gets along. So.
And you know what's weird about that is we're going to look back on the 90s and the 2000s, and we're going to be like, wow, we were living in like harmony compared to this. We were living in harmony. Yes, there were isolated incidents everywhere of horrible shit that we need to call out, and we should have called out better, and we should have done something about, and people should have done something about back then. That's what we should have done in the 90s and the 2000s and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's that old poem, where were you, when there was no one else left to, to speak up, that kind of idea. That's what it's coming down to.
But now you're seeing people are reaching against people who really aren't that bad. People are reaching against them. I mean, I'm telling you, dude, fucking read 1984. It's coming. Like
if you weren't offended about the said thing when it happened, then you shouldn't be allowed to suddenly be offended about it a decade later.
Yeah,
if you didn't care about, Jimmy Kimmel, Fallon, whoever it was in blackface then, it shouldn't be an issue.
Well, they weren't alive then. Most of this stuff is coming from these stupid 20-year-olds.
Well, exactly. I mean, that's true too. But
we all went through the same thing. If it wasn't an issue then, there should be like a statute of limitations on some of these things. Tweets, anything. They pull up these things, and it's like, whether I'm for or against it, still, it doesn't help. So. Dude, I watched Rodney King. White people, stop apologizing if you believe in something. It's AJ Adams. I saw Rodney King when I was 9 years old. Yeah. I saw Roots. But do you want to know the first time? Do you know the first time that I realized what racism was? This is crazy. And we're actually doing what people want. We're actually doing a good thing right now. We are talking about it real quick. This is how you talk about it, by the way. Not like calling someone out to ruin them or hurt them. We're actually doing what you really do. I saw Don't Be a Menace. Don't Be a Menace in South Central.
Drinking your juice.
Dude, I'm serious. That's the movie. That movie is the one that first made me realize that something was up with racism. And I seen Roots. But it didn't sink in because I was too young. So I saw Roots when I was younger, but it didn't quite sink in. I was like, wow, that's messed up, but I didn't really fully get it. Don't Be a Menace, and then after Don't Be a Menace, the next thing that got me was American History X. And by the way, they now say that American History X is a racist movie or something. It is the opposite.
It's supposed to show you why racism is bad.
American History X.
That was the whole purpose of the film.
If anybody out there is in a bad organization, like whether you're in Antifa or the KKK or whatever you're in or whatever horrible group you're in, if you watch,
you can change.
If you watch American History X, you're going to see how the manipulation works and how they use poor people or disenfranchised people to sign you up for a cause that is horrible, but you don't quite understand what the hell you're really doing. You're just fighting for something because it's bred into us, this tribalism and also this good and bad and fighting mentality. And they
show
stuff
the
it all
difference
into one
between
thing.
nature versus nurture versus people being indoctrinated with this kind of stuff. And how did you learn these stereotypes? How did you find this choice to become your way of existing? And they show how people can change no matter how severe the case may be.
Right. And dude,
that's the purpose of the film.
I'm telling you, man, the reason why Don't Be a Menace got me was because when I was watching Don't Be a Menace as a kid, I thought it was hilarious. Like, it started, and I thought the beginning was funny, and I thought it was funny. Do you remember the part where the little milky, like, skinny white girl, and he's like, damn, and he's like, I'm going to hit on that white girl or whatever. And then he's like, dude, why are you always talking so much shit about white people, and now you're trying to, like, hook up with a white girl? And he goes, I'm just trying to do what the white man been doing to us for 50 years or 100, whatever the fuck years. He goes, what? And he goes, fuck him. And I was like, and like as a kid, now I'm watching this, I don't remember how old I was when that movie came out, 14, 10, whatever I was. I don't remember. But dude, when I seen Don't Be a Menace and I heard that guy go, fuck him, and there were all these little jokes like the white guy that was dead. I noticed it. The Elvis guy. They were
came out in 96.
96. So. Okay, so I was 12. I was 12.
I was
9. That was where I really understood like that there was this big divide. And I had already seen Roots, but it didn't set in on me. So again, Don't Be a Menace did it because I said, man, there's like I thought to myself kind of like, oh, there's not really any white people in this movie, and I noticed that the white people in the movie were portrayed as either dickheads, losers, or dead people. And I knew that as a kid. But I loved the movie. But I was like, it's funny, the Elvis guy, they're like, oh, I want to see a dead body? And it's the white guy dead. And I'm like, damn, like the white guy's dead. The guy at the DMV's an asshole. Like the cops are assholes. And then the guy's like, I'm doing to the white man what they've been doing to us. Fuck them. And as a 12-year-old, I was kind of like, man, dude, I'm going to tell you, I was like, damn, do black people hate us? And then I experienced in my neighborhood, because it was very divided, but all multicultural. There's a corner in one of my neighborhoods where it was mostly black people. And when I would be in that area, I'd be bullied and stuff like that by the black kids. And I'm like, damn, I think black people hate us or whatever. And so that was when I started.
That's the truth. That's how you felt.
That was when I started realizing, though, that there was this divide of what was going on. But I love Don't Be a Menace, man. That movie is so fucking great. And then American History X, though, is such a great movie. If you guys ever want to stay off drugs and not be racist, the two best movies in the world, don't watch them alone. American History X and
Requiem for a
Dream. Those two movies, if you watch those two movies, I swear to God, you'll almost never do drugs and you'll probably won't be a racist. American History X and Requiem for a Dream. Just the fucking best two movies ever to make you go, oh shit, man, that's all dumb. Like, I'm not going to do that. Just try those movies. Anyway, let's move off of this. Is as much virtue signaling as we're going to do on this podcast.
As much as we have to get
far as
through,
what's going on. But yeah, I don't have a problem with what AEW did tonight. I think like Sony and people like in Ben and Jerry's, they were weird they must be racists.
Look at what Skittles is going through because they have their colorless Skittles, but they're all white Skittles.
Eat the white man, eat the rich. It's a symbolic thing.
Oh God! They went ahead and they're like, "Oh, the only rainbows that matter during June is, the Pride." Obviously, is what they were going for. But now it's funny because they didn't expect there to be a race war going on, and now they have their all-white Skittles. They took away the rainbow too. So
I'm telling you, man, it's an eat the rich symbol. It really is. Listen, dude, like. It is whatever, man. We love you all, and you know that. I've said some bad stuff in my past, like all my life. I've said some fucking things that I shouldn't have said or whatever as a joke or whatever, those type of things. But I love everybody. We love everybody. We don't need to virtue signal on Twitter and change our things and whatever the fuck else. Ben and Jerry's, I'm convinced Ben and Jerry's is racist because they are sucking cock like you wouldn't believe on Twitter. There is something going on at Ben and Jerry's, dude. I think that Ben and Jerry's used to run a black sweatshop in the basement that we don't know about because they are virtue signaling every 1 hour on Twitter.
They still have
it's ice cream,
cotton fields. It's like, what the fuck, Ben and Jerry's?
And you got to remember, Vermont,
the ice cream guys.
Yeah, the ice cream guys. What? They're the ones worried. In like the whitest state ever, Vermont. They're like the whitest state
That's
ever.
where all the cotton fields are still.
I mean, what are they doing out there that they're this terrified? It's dude, like, I just can't believe it, dude. I've gotten emails from so many people about this. Like, I've never seen emails like this before, and it's nothing about wrestling. We're going to go back to wrestling now, though, and play a donation first to break the ice, and then we'll get back to AEW, NXT, and then we're going to briefly touch on WWE in your house. And then me and Jake are going to put down our thoughts on that. And the bonus version of this show will be up on Patreon tonight. So if you want the post-show comments, we will get into it. And we'll go up on Patreon later tonight, so look for that.
We've got a new Twitch follower. Hell
Potentially.
yeah, take my pants
as long as
off.
we're okay here. You know, Jake may get feeling bad or I may feel bad, but as long as we do the right, we stay on time, we'll do it. If not, we'll do something tomorrow. Zushim, or I hope I pronounced your name right, man, but thank you for following me on Twitter, dude. Absolutely appreciate it. Buenos noches.
What else we got?
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Buenos
That's it.
noches.
Bubbly? Look at this stuff.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
I left that stupid child con man show. I can now see why Shelley and half of his other fans left. He ripped me apart for having a slightly different opinion about the protests. He sucks more Becker than Richard Simmons has in his entire career. Bye, bitch.
Primitive Lifeways, thank you for the donation. I mean, okay. I don't know what happened. I don't pay attention to him at all, but he used to be a fan of my show, then he started his own show. I don't know.
What else we got?
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
8 years ago.
Bubbly?
Watch, so I
Look
don't
at
have
this
an
stuff.
opinion.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Fuck him.
In your house is stacked.
Fuck him.
I can't wait. I would
Yeah.
hope Cole retains NXT title versus Dream. Have Gargano take North American from Lee. The next NXT PPV Lee defeats Cole. I think he's better choice. Dream lost steam to me.
Dream lost steam to me. But WWE have both black guys lose. Alexa's sweet ass. You know, I hate that we're talking about black guys winning or losing right now. That's too bad because who cares? I hope if a black
Well,
guy...
WWE made us care because they made it such an issue for so long that anytime there was anything meaningful and it was a white versus black wrestler, the white guy was winning. That's just historical fact with
Yeah,
WWE.
I mean, listen, the bottom line is Booker T, back when he wrestled Triple H, should have won that.
Yeah, the 35-second count pinfall for the one pedigree.
Not because he was black. He should have won because it was his time to win. And then they used his blackness for the racist story, and then they didn't pay it off.
They didn't even give him a chance to get any retribution nor follow-up. So
that's why, yes, Booker T should have won back then. And that's why Kofi Kingston won last year.
And it was such a surprise 2 years ago.
It was so good. Yeah, now it was 2 years ago.
I know.
That deserved to happen. But what's weird is the Booker...
But it was a surprise, and that's why there was that genuine happy reaction, because there's so many times that they've done the black guy wrong.
You know who the black guy... You know who the black guy is that deserves to win if you want to go down that route? Is, what's his name? The big guy. Love this guy. Jake, you know what I'm talking about? The big guy.
Drum roll.
Oh God, he's fucking great. I can't believe we can't remember his name. This is my fault, man. I'm having trouble with names. I mean, maybe I'm having strokes.
I'm not much better, but
no, I know, but it's been bad recently. The chat will know though. The chat will hit me up. They'll be like, "Oh,
the big guy."
It's like an E or something. Begins with an E or. God damn it! There's too many names now. There's too many people.
You're not talking about Biggie, right?
No. Well, yeah. I mean, Biggie could be pushed too, but no, this guy. If you want to talk about like who needs to be pushed, Keith Lee. Yes.
Oh, I didn't think you were talking about NXT. Oh, I thought.
No, I was talking about NXT. No.
Oh, okay.
Keith Lee. If there's going to be somebody who could be pushed, it's Keith Lee. Fuck color and race. Just push guys that the people like and that are doing well. This guy was doing well, and I'm sure he will get pushed probably, but he may have gotten injured. I'm not really sure. Yes, Big E on the main roster. I already told you. What was it?
Yeah,
8 months ago?
For years.
8 months ago or 6 months ago or something, I went off on a rant and I cut a promo as if I was Big E. And you guys said it was good. That's what Big E can do. So, no, like, I think they think the ship has sailed on him as far as a singles push guy, which is crazy because they were pushing Mark Henry and guys like that in Big Show at times where it was way past their prime style. So, like, I don't know, man. But if you want to talk about that, those are the guys that you can just think about it. Throw race out the window, or think about it and think about which one could really be pushed. And don't just push people because of their color. Push the guys who's gotten over and done a really good job. Keith Lee.
But that's why these stereotypes exist, because people are still, treated based on the color of their skin. We know that's still the case today. Unintentional or intentional, it still happens.
Man, I think it's definitely way better though. I mean,
it's much better. It's vastly improved, and there's much more room for equality. But I'm just saying, it still happens. Stereotypes still exist for that reason.
And you got to remember too that 30% of the roster or 40% is a minority. The rest isn't. They just happen to have more people. And in all of wrestling, it used to be like that too. You're actually seeing more diversity in all of wrestling than you've ever seen before. So many more wrestlers are getting into wrestling now than ever got in before, because back in the day, they kicked everyone's ass. You know what I'm saying? If you went to a wrestling school, they kicked the shit out of everybody. But even when I went to wrestling school, I felt like they wanted to beat me up, and I felt like I was an outsider, and I felt like I wasn't welcome. And that was in a 90% white class. I thought I wasn't welcome. So you can imagine, now we really are virtue signaling, but you can imagine a black guy coming into a indie wrestling place, and there's 40 white kids there, and then they're beating the shit out of you. The perception of that, you're like, oh my God. But it's not just you. They do this to everybody, but you feel like, oh my God, I got to get out of here. These guys are going to kill me or something. But so it's way harder, and then you got to pay all. It's like a lot of money. It's $800 to $1,500 to $3,000 to be in a wrestling school, dude. So things are. It used to be like hockey. I mean, wrestling is like hockey in many cases. Like it's not
with the locker room too.
Yeah, no, and it ain't $200 to wrestle. It ain't $100 to wrestle. It's a fucking fortune. But nowadays, wrestling promoters will work with you. They'll take $30 a week and $50 a week. They didn't used to do that. They used to say,
it used to be all or half up front.
Give me $3,000 now, or you ain't in here. It used to be crazy, dude, back then. Dude, I did wrestle with Kofi Kingston back then, and then Sasha came in. There was
a buddy of mine got robbed by a wrestling school like that, where he paid the down payment with like half of his class. It was basically 2/3 of the tuition. So let's say it was $3,000. They had to give up $2,000 already.
Oh.
And him and half the class, like the guy would just close down shop. And apparently this would happen. He would teach a year or two and then take everybody's money and just close everything down.
Well, take your money. And then
how much does that suck?
And most of those kids probably gave the cash or whatever. They didn't get a receipt. There's no way to.
Yeah, I mean, even if you got a receipt, he's gone. So, but if it's cash, forget about it.
But yeah, man. But I don't want to stir this up, because what I'm trying to say to you guys in the chat too is, we are giving WWE the most shit for their racism we've ever given them before. You guys are, other people are, we are. But what we have to remember is WWE is changing the most they've ever changed now. So it's kind of like, I feel bad. Why are we giving them the hardest time now when they're actually making changes, as opposed to like 20 years ago? We gave them like this. We said stuff back in the 90s, but it wasn't like this. So like we should, I definitely say call them out for some things if they do it. But we also got to remember that they are making a lot of changes, man, a lot of changes. And so for us to get on them the worst we ever have now, I don't want to do that, because they are changing some stuff, But but whatever. Anyway, moving on. I really want to get off this virtue signaling thing, because I literally just said we're not going to do that. Then we're doing it. Literally the opposite of my words earlier. I apologize to the chat. Hit that like button. Leave those comments. But the fact of the matter is, they've changed a lot. Too bad the product is awful, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, those things stay the same.
The super chat
party.
Damn, Dasher is so hot, can't stop looking at her. Romantic face.
Bloody a punch. Thank you for the Canadian dollars. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. Thank you very much. I don't really, I think she's a sweetheart, but I'm not. I don't know. She doesn't do it for me, but she's pretty, but I'm not my type. Very nice woman though. Very nice looking, very nice woman. I'm not as obsessed like you are, but I think she's sweet. But she's definitely better in AEW than she was in WWE. Definitely better.
Yeah.
Not the robot she was in WWE. But also,
no, not at all.
But she's also not exactly somebody I would pick to be in my wrestling company either. So I don't really understand that. But whatever. WWE's being forced to change. Robin Banks. It could be, man. It could be that it's all bullshit and they're just rolling with the punches. You might be right, man. It's kind of like, yeah, you might be right. You might be right. Gabriel Torres, what's up, man? Thank you for being in here. One of the moderators. I haven't seen too many mods tonight. It's a good thing he's here. Very abandoned mod night. I feel bad for black women. Not even black men want them. Oh my God, Lord Jesus Christ! What are you talking about? I hooked up with a couple black girls. Black men want them. What the fuck are you saying? There's some
a few
hotties.
black guys, but
I'm down with Sasha so bad, man. Sasha's the half white version of my wife a little bit. Like I feel like I'm like when I look at her, I'm like Leah, you know, you're my Sasha, you know that. WWE don't want to push outside color. I think they. I don't know. I don't think they don't want to. I just think that sometimes they look past it a little bit. I don't think they see it. So there's definitely that. I don't think it's as. I think they did at one point though. I think they absolutely avoided it because I think that they believed that it didn't draw. I think Vince McMahon believed that they didn't draw.
Now I think they know they're doing it, but they're just saying like, oh, we're being mindful of it. We're not doing anything wrong, but they're still booking the same way.
No, I don't think WWE is good-hearted, Mez.
No.
I think they're doing it like you said because they have to do it. But they'll never be good. Even if they push the entire they fucking whatever. It wouldn't matter. It would always be never good-hearted. It would always be a business decision. See, that's the thing I'm saying to you guys. It's always been a business decision to me with WWE. And they always felt that it was bad for business to do it. Now they think it's good for business to do it a little bit, and now they're doing it because of that. It's good for business. To me, it's all about business. It's not necessarily about that they're racist or not racist. I think it's all about business. What's going to make us money? What do they think is going to make them money? To me, that's what it is. Because when they got The Rock, they pushed him. Okay? And when they got other superstars that they thought were good, they tried to push those guys. So, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But then there's some examples. The worst example of flopping on that is Booker T, though.
You know who isn't making money right now in my AEW checkbook is Brian Cage. I couldn't give two shits about him.
How much do you think he's getting paid?
It's got to be a decent amount, I imagine. And at first I was curious, less intrigued, more just curious about Taz being with him. And then we see this turn out to be where, all right, Taz is just using his own catchphrases and lines, in your place, survive if I let you, that kind of stuff. It's like, this is just Taz's catchphrase and all of his, quotes and whatnot. So we haven't seen much from Brian Cage on the mic, and then we go ahead and we don't see much from him in the ring tonight. It's a really quick squash match. He beats up Sean Dean in a minute and a half. John Moxley cut a good promo, but I'm not excited for Brian Cage. I just find him to be very boring.
I find Cage so far better than Lance Archer. And I think it's all right. Brian Cage is all right. I think he would do better solo, almost. What do you think? I really don't even have much to say about it, other than I feel like I don't think they really were listening to us last week. But last week I said the Taz's promo came off kind of weak. No, it was all right, but it was a little weak for what Cage represents. Now tonight he's getting in the camera and saying, he's saying shit. He's pointing into the camera. We said Moxley laughing at him kind of hurt them, and they almost called that out tonight. We've said that Jake Roberts is overshadowing his guy, Lance Archer. Tonight, we saw Jake Roberts kind of take a step back like he was scared, and Lance Archer try to cut a promo on his own. And I can't help but think, did they just watch? I mean, I don't think they watched my show last week. I obviously don't think that they did that. I'm not going to go ahead and be that pompous to say that that's what they're doing. But I do think they watched their own show. And I think they saw, hey, Taz isn't hard enough for this. What this guy looks like in the ring, Taz, you got to be more brutal out there. Taz stepped it up a little bit. Still didn't work for me, but he stepped it up a little bit. And Jake the Snake Roberts shut his mouth, stepped back, and was like, oh, man, I'm sorry. I don't know. What the hell? Now, I still don't think Lance Archer was scary enough. I still think Jake Roberts would scare. Anything Jake Roberts says scares me 100 times more than Lance Archer. They tried tonight. They really tried to back Jake off and have Lance Archer try to stand on his own. But I really think that Lance Archer should have hurt whoever the interview guy was. I should know. I don't remember his name either. Alex Mendez or Menvez or...
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, the bottom line is he's one of the a founder of AEW, that guy. He's a connector of everybody. He's a very, somebody in the chat hit me with his real name. Alex Marvez or something, I think. Alex,
I think that's right.
If it's Marvez, I'm sorry, because he actually is a very integral part of AEW. He's a guy who's gotten so many connections going. He deserves more respect than what I just gave him. But I would have had I would have had Lance Archer rip his eyeball out or do something to him. And then had Jake be like, "What the hell are you doing? I told you not to do that. You're gonna get sued. You're gonna get fucking whatever." And then just have him look get in Jake's face and be like, "You do what I tell you to do when I want you to do it. Otherwise, shut your mouth." That type of thing. And then have Jake just be like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry, Alex." Fucking, and that would have put him back a little bit. But instead, Archer kind of came off all right, he cut a promo, it was all right. But Jake still cuts better promos than his own guy. But they tried tonight. They obviously saw what we saw last week and tried to make a change to both these managers this week. If you go back and listen to my review last week, they literally tried to fix the problems that I was ranting about last week.
It certainly sounds like it.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah, beat for beat.
But it didn't quite... It still didn't land, quite. They did try, though, and I noticed that, and I want to give them credit for that. All right.
I said, that's why I didn't want to sound hypocritical, but some of the things I do enjoy sometimes, it's just, did they put enough effort into it? That's usually what it comes down to. For me, I don't feel like there's enough effort in Brian Cage right now, especially for him to be going against Moxley as his first feud. The main event opening tag match was good. I liked what we got from those two teams. Sabian and Havoc work well together, so that's been entertaining. But besides that, the rest of the night was pretty lackluster and didn't fare that well.
Yeah,
I'd give the show probably a 5.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Man, I'm going to have to agree with you. I mean, I'd go a 5 too because nothing hit for me. What would you say the best match of the night was? Was it the opener or was it Cody's?
I would say the tag opener. I feel like Cody just never got to that level.
Yeah, I think they did a nice job showcasing the belt, Cody and Jungle Boy, but they have an 8.5 out of 10 in them, and we didn't get that tonight. But we got a decent story though. I liked how the ending was really good too. I really enjoyed the way they ended the match and how they set up the ending. But I felt the first part and middle, it didn't quite get there. They can definitely get there. It didn't happen tonight, but it will happen. And Cody's already gotten there with other people to open the show. So, hopefully it will get better. But like you said, the tag match at the beginning seemed to be the best thing. Britt Baker's promo is probably the next best thing.
Yeah, that was funny. The table spot in the main event was cool.
Oh, yes, the table. They both fell, and they let the table actually break their fall. They never put their hands out. That was a trust fall through the table.
I was going to say, yeah, exercise and trust for sure.
Good shit, though, man. I got to give credit to them for that fall, man. Without that, that helps it get to a 7 out of 10 for me as far as that match goes. So.
And fuck Bill Goldberg!
Good job. Maybe a 5, maybe a 6 tonight. I could see all those scores. Gonna have to check out NXT to see what's up with that. Let me play a donation or two. Jake, what do you game for? You want to do the in your house predictions quickly, or do you want to? What do you think?
I figured we go over those. We can do it quickly tonight, or we can go over them tomorrow for Out of Nowhere. So
maybe we should save it for Out of Nowhere, huh?
Yeah, probably because there's not a ton of great news, but
How excited are you?
I haven't seen NXT yet either, so that would help.
Yeah, we need to see NXT. That's a great point. Yeah, we'll do that later. How would you say? What do you think about the card for in your house? Like, we can just talk about it for a second. The card.
Yeah. I mean, Adam Cole and Velveteen Dream. It's going to be a hell of a match. You know, these two can deliver. I'm just really curious of that outcome. I don't know where they would go. You know, I could see Cole retaining. I could see Dream winning the championship finally as well. So it's very intriguing.
Now, if Dream wins, does the announcer yell, "Dream come true"?
I'm sure they have many of those cliched lines just ready to go.
Yeah, I would yell "Dream come true." That's my thing.
Then we have Charlotte, Rhea, and Io Shirai. Each one of them here has a stake to claim. I could see any one of these women winning with how they'd want to direct the company as well. Charlotte Flair could hold on to the title and keep doing what she's been doing, or she can just go back to the main roster now and let somebody else hold the belt. So there's a lot of options here in this match as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of people. I'm trying to think. Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai. It's the NXT Women's Championship. You would think that now would be the time to pass the torch to somebody, but if that's the case, why didn't Rhea Ripley win at WrestleMania? What and it really doesn't feel. Does it feel like Charlotte's? I mean, it feels a little bit like Charlotte's adding to the title a little bit, but it really doesn't. It feels like...
No, I feel like that's a failed experiment.
It feels like the title is in some alternate timeline and it doesn't belong to NXT or something.
Yeah, it feels like, they're holding it captive pretty much.
Yeah,
I agree with
dude,
you there.
You would think that it would feel that Charlotte is propelling the belt and the division.
Yeah, she's not increasing ratings like they thought she would. She's not helping their cause at all.
She's hurting it, really.
It had, yeah, that's what I said. So that's why I said I could see Charlotte retaining because someone there says, no, this is working. They stick with it, a Vinceism. But then again, Rhea Ripley could win because she only had that one very short run with the belt, when she took it from Baszler. Or we could see the very ever-popular Io Shirai finally win the title and go on a really good heel run with the belt. So, I mean, there's a lot of open possibilities here.
I think the problem is right now the NXT crowd, they don't want to recognize Charlotte in the women's division, and they don't care for it. So unless Charlotte is this menacing heel, which she kind of is, but it doesn't feel like it, man. It doesn't... I don't know, man. It's just not hitting for me. I thought they could do something where she's this ultimate heel. But yeah, I think the fans would rather Io Shirai be this heel and then someone else chase for the belt. So I don't know what they're going to do here. It really depends on how they feel about this.
That's the second match where it's really anybody's game. So
I'm going to say that Charlotte retains the belt, though. If they panic and they've realized this failed, then I guess somebody else will win, but...
I think they're going to go with Io Shirai. I think they realize that this isn't working. They want Rhea Ripley on the main roster sooner than later, and Io Shirai would be a great person to hold the belt going forward.
Plus, isn't Asuka really taking shots at Charlotte right now?
Yeah, so they could have a Raw Women's title picture going forward because Asuka never beat Charlotte, blah, blah, blah.
I think I'm going to go with you. I'm going to change and go with Io Shirai because you're right. I'm just saying if I was the booker, if I'm the booker, I'm like, you know what? We didn't do a good job with Charlotte. This didn't work. And I don't think they even tried to do a good job with it. That's the thing is not only is it not working, I don't think they did a good job with it. So I would say, well, we didn't do it. But see, this could be the classic WWE where now they try again to do it again. Let's push it the right way. And it still doesn't work. I don't know. So I'll go Io Shirai, though, because if I'm the booker, let's get the belt on somebody who is part of NXT that people recognize.
That people want to see in NXT.
They're not accepting Charlotte, even as the heel or anything. They're just like, oh, whatever. But then they're going to cheer if Io Shirai wins, and she's a heel, so I don't know if
that's okay with NXT. They don't mind the heels cheered, usually.
I don't know, man. It's so... This is... stupid to me, but
well, that's the situation they've worked themselves into, being stupid, with Charlotte being added and forced in.
So I'm gonna go Velveteen Dream for the NXT Championship.
I'm going to say Adam Cole retains there.
Okay.
Since we see Io Shirai win the women's title, I think Adam Cole will retain. Tommaso Ciampa, Karrion Kross. It's Kross's first match. He's, real match like this, big name. He's going to beat Ciampa, I'm sure.
Yeah, you would believe Kross would definitely beat Ciampa. And that's surprising because it looks like maybe Ciampa's kind of transitioning into menacing heel who doesn't always win role versus guy on top of the world. So,
and I think that's kind of the role they want for him because he said he doesn't want to go to the main roster. So,
and he's clearly I think he's going to wind down his career and turn into a backstage guy. That's
what he said. He wasn't going to be able to make it a full-time schedule for the main roster. So,
it's too bad, man. I watched that guy in Top Rope 10 years ago. Become the Top
I know.
Rope champion.
He's magic to watch in the ring. He's one of the best heels we've had in the past decade. Surely, I mean, him coming out to no entrance music and just the boos and the crowd was something else.
Yeah, that was a great idea. And then even when they gave him music, it worked. But he was great when he was doing that gimmick. He really, if he had the promo he has this kind of like cryptic promo style, but if he had this more like Stone Cold, he always reminded people a lot of Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Obviously, because the knee brace, he's bald or whatever. But I mean, if he had like the ability to cut more of a deeper promo on somebody, that would have been insane. Because he really has this high voice, but he's really great. I think he's going to help Kross. Obviously, like you said, Keith Lee.
Yeah, that'll be a match of the night contender for sure. Keith Lee, Johnny Gargano. I think Keith Lee retains here yet again. I think that.
Do you realize we went into our predictions anyway? Do you realize?
Yeah, we're just. I kind of followed your lead, so it worked out.
I just realized I'm like, what are we doing? We're just doing the.
I was like, just going with the flow.
We'll go into it more tomorrow, but it's just.
Hey, we start talking, we can't stop. Yeah, Keith Lee, I think will retain there. He has to.
Keith Lee, he's got to retain. Yeah.
Finn Balor taking on Damian Priest. I think this is another win for Balor. I think Balor is going to be the next title contender. So I think that's what they're going to possibly go for, unless they go right into Karrion Kross. But I think they're going to give him a few more wins before time for the belt comes.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So, and then we have the 6-woman tag. So we got Tegan Nox, Mia Yim, Shotzi, of course, Blackheart's there against Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, and Raquel Gonzalez.
Now, Tegan Nox and Dakota Kai had one of the best women's matches in 3 years.
Absolutely.
Recently, a couple months back, whatever takeover it was.
Yeah, I think it was the Rumble time. Maybe.
I'm going to go back and watch it again because it was so good.
It was after War Games, so.
This match has the potential to be an exciting one, I think. Without a crowd, I don't know, because the crowd, man, the crowd really helps NXT. More than any other company, the crowd really helps NXT. So that is a problem, but I think these women could tear down the house. It could be a big botch fest of shit, but most of these women kind of go hard, and so I think that has a chance of being pretty exciting. So this is a damn amazing card. This card is really fucking good.
Yeah, I mean, it's excellent, and I think Shotzi's team wins. Tegan Nox, Mia Yim. I think they're going over.
The bad guys.
Yes.
Is that the bad team? Is that the heel?
Well,
no, it's kind of a
mix. It's kind of mixed, but
okay. I don't even know. I'm going to save mine for tomorrow. I'll leave you with one cliffhanger till tomorrow.
There we go.
For me,
since this was added tonight.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. These are all added.
Hey Joe, I have a fantasy idea of how your channel could go viral.
Woo!
If you still had them monetize this belt, you could give it to a listener going to the protests. Then have someone film that listener taunting the police holding up the belt and causing chaos.
Viral load. Thanks for the $3. That's a great point, yeah. Yeah, but then all we need is one of the listeners to do something horrible, and then they're like, well, that's, oh my God, that's some kind of racist shit. And then they, yeah, maybe. Or giving the belt to a wrestler who's popular would really be the smart move. So that's what we really should do, is give the belt to, like the Young Bucks or something.
Here we go, I'm about to get
it, man. So we'll see what happens.
Here we go, about to get
Thank
it,
you,
man.
sir,
Here
for
we
the
go.
donation.
Here we go.
Viral load.
Oh, no.
Comes James Metzler.
Honestly, I'm more right-leaning and I have my views, but it's their company at the end of the day and people can have their own opinion.
That's why I like you, James Metzler, because you are for freedom, my friend. And you got it, bro. You're right. They can definitely do what they want, man. It's a good call.
Hot pockets for everyone. That's my platform.
CM Punk, man, the other day cut a guttural virtue signal the other day. It was
he was really off his virtual signaling rocker.
He looked like he had seen a ghost. He looked like somebody was putting a gun to his head and we couldn't see it. James Metzler, thanks for the donation, man. See, we got more coming in. I'm going to let him roll.
What else we got?
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Let's have
Want
some
some
bubbly.
bubbly? Look at this stuff.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Joe, did you see the naked guy at the riots? He got his ass kicked. Looked, he got ass raped by White Lives Matter.
Yeah, AJ Adams, I did see that. Are you talking about the guy that was on cocaine or crack or whatever?
He was just running around with his dong out and socks on, trying to fight people.
I mean, that guy was on meth or something.
Oh, he was all coked out of his mind, but he was throwing these terrible punches, and it was hilarious.
Why do people on meth always get naked and start running around like they're a beast or
Because their
something?
body heat increases.
Is that really it?
That's usually it, because things like that bring up your body temperature so you get really hot.
It's like they go back to the Stone Age. James Metzler.
At least you and their employees have the balls to stand up for what they believe in. When you disagree, then stand up for your own views.
That's a great point, James Metzler. They're not afraid to call out people. I got it, man. No doubt about it. Tony Khan calling people out, and he don't even care. His dad gave money to Trump, and he's calling people out that they're banned and stuff. I mean, hey, he don't give a shit. So shout out. I mean, Tony Khan don't give a shit. He's like, no, you're done. I mean, what Linda Hogan said was wacky, and wrong. Yeah. It was just inaccurate. She's just wrong. All the looters are blah. What? I mean, I would have said my Twitter account got hacked. I mean, what was she on drugs?
I mean, anything at that point.
Oh my god!
Really quick too.
My bad. We got a turkey coming in.
What if they filleted us? What if they killed us and ate our children? What if the turkeys ate us? What if they filleted us? If the turkeys ate us, if they had to hate us, the Thanksgiving was a little bit different. Instead, the turkeys ate us. They gobbled us apart, but first they'd eat our nuts. And then they eat our butts. The turkeys ate us.
Look at the turkeys in the chat.
What
There's
if
so
the
many turkeys.
Ate us? What if the turkeys ate us? What if they ate our fucking nuts? What if the turkeys ate us instead of mashed potatoes?
I've been watching wrestling 13 years longer than Steven Larson. Ha, you noobs. Random shot.
You was decent but wasn't anything special. 6/10 promos were okay to cringe for me. Thought Cody and Jungle Boy could done better, but it was solid match. You making Fighter Fest a 2-week event could maybe be good. Glad to see our sexy B.
Glad to see Jake back. I think he called you a sexy bee. Soundwave 92.
It's indeed Soundwave.
Thank you, Soundwave, man. That was a good drop, man. A healthy drop from Soundwave 92.
We'll go over this more tomorrow then, but we didn't talk about I didn't see NXT tonight, so again, the stipulation and the type of match that the NXT Championship match is going to be. So Adam Cole and Velveteen Dream are going to be having a backlot brawl. So it's going to be a cinematic style match, which we've seen, several times in the past few months with all this COVID stuff. So I wonder if it'll be like Money in the Bank or more kind of like when we saw Edge and Orton. It'll probably be something along the lines with that. But the stipulation is that if Adam Cole retains, then Velveteen Dream can no longer be able to challenge for the NXT Championship as long as Cole remains the champion.
Wow. Wow.
So that's a big stipulation as well.
I'm just sending something to XSplit. I'm sorry. I'm off in a different world.
No, but I mean that's a huge stipulation. Really adds a lot to the match. I mean, this is Cole's arch rival and vice versa for each of them. So I mean, they've been feuding for quite a long time, and I like the idea of seeing the Panama City Playboy, agreeing to take him on, but only if never again. That's it. So long as I'm the champion, you never get to challenge me again. So maybe I will have to rethink my prediction, thinking that Adam Cole wins now.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm just going with. I just think they want to do something, man. I think that they want to make a move. My text screen froze on XSplit again, so I can't switch scenes now again, and so I'm just sending them a picture of what I deal with.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's goofy, and I don't even know how to do it because maybe I can take a picture of my phone. That's what I'll do. I was like, how do I show them what the hell is going on here with the screen? There we go. There we go. Just fucking enraging that it always happens.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when you're live and trying to get shit to work and
constantly happens, man. And like they never. I mean, it's been 2 years. You would think that they could fix this problem. You would think that these fuckers could fix shit.
If only.
But yeah, man, I think that will be exciting. When is In Your House? Is it Sunday?
It is the 7th, so yes, Sunday.
Good. Because Sunday will be a good day, because instead, what is WWE, when is WWE coming up with their deal?
The end of the month, I believe.
And AEW's Frighter Fest is not going up against anything WWE-wise?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Sunday, June 7th, at 7 p.m. So this coming Sunday.
Well, that's good news, because that would suck if they were going up against each other. A lot of people complaining about that before. So we'll find out what happens with WWE. Someone was asking me about them conflicting times and things like that. And I don't see any conflicting times or them conflicting with each other from what I'm seeing, unless I'm missing something or forgetting something or, something that I'm not aware of. Soundwave92, thank you for the $29, man.
And then Backlash is the following Sunday, the 14th at 7 p.m. Eastern. So, and that has the greatest wrestling match ever.
What do you think about that, man? What are they doing? Like, are they mad at Randy and Edge that they want to bury them with this goofy name?
I think they just feel like all the hype for Mania, this is what it's living up to.
So I wonder, like, did they say that by accident? But it's got to be planned, right? Someone must have said to Charlie Caruso, say that, because remember we shit on her, and we were like, did she really just fucking say that? Because out of nowhere, she was like, well, gentlemen, it could be the greatest match of all time. And it was so awkward that now I believe that they absolutely planned this since the beginning, because, I mean, they had to have. Or she said that like an idiot, and then Vince was like, I like that. It could be the greatest match of all time. Like, are they that retarded? I mean, I guess it's got people talking, but what the hell?
It is so random.
Or were people making fun of it so much that they decided to like make fun of it? But I thought Vince doesn't really pay attention to what many people are saying, so I don't know. I'm so lost with this. It could be the greatest match of all time, ladies and gentlemen. What could be the greatest match of all time? The greatest match. Edge and Orton could be the greatest match of all time. They just fucking buried these guys. These two guys I've not even liked in the ring much throughout their careers myself. Like, what's up, Leah? It's a Carney saying? Well, no, it is. It's a promotional goof, but it's like, are you serious? All the stuff we've seen over the years, you're calling this could be the greatest match of all time? You know what?
But they're not being hyperbolic. They're being serious in their promotion. They're being serious. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great promotional tool. We're talking about it, but do you know what could have been the greatest match of all time? Like Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker 3. Like, that would make sense. Like, the last 2 matches have been so amazing. This next one, I mean, we could be looking at the greatest match of all time. Now, even that, you would be like, I don't know if they're going to beat that first one. But you would at least understand where that's coming from. Like, okay, yeah, it could be.
One of the articles I just skimmed through now said that Charlie Caruso stated on camera it could potentially be the greatest wrestling match of all time when she was interviewing Randy Orton, and WWE went ahead and doubled down on the phrase. So it wasn't their original booking idea, but they went with her reaction and then just doubled down on it.
That's insane, man. Leah just said it's the greatest match they have left.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what Leah just said, dude.
The last old school remnant.
The last of the legends match. I guess. I don't know. Something
Pretty much
like that.
the wrestling legends.
That's really funny, man.
What do we have to look forward to after this? Titus O'Neil? Rey Mysterio?
Poor Titus. Somebody said release Titus. I disagree, man. I think Titus does so much good stuff with the community. I think he could stay there and keep being a great ambassador for the WWE. I think he'll work at the WWE for a while. And he's been suspended for goofy shit, and I think they still love him though. They just love this guy.
Yeah, it seems that way. That's for sure.
They look, and he's a nice guy, man. He's watched the show before too, and he's, even when I've done some bad shit, Titus literally propped us up and supported my show. Even years ago, when something happened and they were telling Titus blah blah, and Titus went and watched us or whatever, and then he said, "Nah, I don't agree. I know you're really a good guy and everything." Like, so I have the amount of respect I have for Titus in real, like, actual life. That guy is no fucking man. I love Titus. I love that guy. I love that human. I think he's a great dude. And the fact that he stood up against people that were trying to be assholes for us and for me, specifically me, really is amazing, man. And nobody should ever forget what he did for me when he didn't have to. So he could have really fucking, he could have gone the opposite way. It would have been a nightmare. So Titus O'Neil, man, that fucking guy had my back, and I'll just never forget that. And I see what he does with the community, and I see what he does in the backstage, and I see what he does. He's just a good guy. And so I think he's going to work at WWE for a while in the back and in the office as some kind of whatever. And he runs the catering. Dude, he knows he runs the catering. Everybody loves him. He brings them food. Come on. You want fucking food? He's got it.
You want to eat?
When he fell, too, at the Rumble, whatever Vince was thinking before about how mad he was with Titus, when he fell and almost smashed his face, Vince McMahon, like, I mean, that is total Vince McMahon humor. So, like, Vince must have died. Like, Vince must have died in Gorilla when Titus fell. Because that is, like, I wouldn't even put it past Vince in the past to have, like, put a string there to trip somebody and be in the back going, ah, ha, ha, ha. Like, so the fact that he was able to see that happen and not have to trip a guy must have loved it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Fuck Cornette in his ass. Fuck Cornette in his ass with his four eyes virtue signaling ball sack. Suck my ass, Cornette. Your own people ate your ass alive. How about that, Corny? You Nimrod. Let's play a donation.
Super Chat Party.
Screw this racial divide. Let's be together.
Let's all be together. Let's all be together. Let's all be together. Patrick Crawford, thank you, man. Because my screen's frozen, I couldn't switch the screen, but I am going to fix it in a minute, but it will cause the stream to lag for a few minutes, but I'm going to wait to do that. So thank you, Patrick Crawford. Yeah, man, we got your back, brother. We ain't going to virtue signal bullshit, but we got your back. I got your back. We love everybody. We love you, and everybody's here for a reason. And but we also don't fuck around here. You know, we say some fucking crazy shit, so you know that. But yeah, we got your back, man. I got your back, brother. Fuck that. I was raised right by my mom, I think, mostly. And my kids are raised right, and Jake's are. And so everybody, man, raise your kid good, and you'll be all right. And it goes for everybody.
Just be involved.
Cornette said he hoped MJF fucked Jungle Boy in his review. Hell yeah. Bang him in the butthole. I mean,
that sounds about right.
Patrick Crawford, thank you, dude. Soundwave 92 has another donation. Let's play that one. Billy.
There is a lot more diversity in wrestling now than there was even 10 years ago. And OA is right. Keith Lee is in the best position to be given a full push in NXT. It has nothing to do with race. Keith has that it factor that you can't teach to anybody.
Yeah, Keith Lee has the it factor to do something. You know, what that is, I don't know yet 100%, but he definitely has the it factor to be a player on the main roster somewhere, and certainly to be a world champion in NXT. So we'll see what happens and how that goes. He is a champion right now, and so that's why. He's that good. So we know that. Soundwave 92, thank you for the donation, man. Jake, anything else you want to say before you I'm sure you got to go, you want to lay down, man. You're probably in pain.
I'm doing okay tonight. I'm high as a kite, so it works out.
Oh man, I got to get high. Oh no, not tonight. I have breathing issues. That'd make it worse.
my buddy got me this incredible vape pen, and just sit here and puff on that, and you're good to go for a while. So
they're banning all the Newports and shit in Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah, we'll see how that turns out.
People will be driving to New Hampshire is how that's going to turn out.
Exactly. So.
And Rhode Island. You know, I was watching
their own resale market and
dude,
ridiculous. It's all just asinine.
As much as I love my state, because my state is really good in many ways, but some of this stuff is retarded. I mean,
absolutely.
What are we doing? I mean, I don't know.
Connecticut's just as bad.
Connecticut's bad too, but the thing me and you have in common is we're probably going to be driving into Rhode Island.
Yeah. You know, have to travel.
I mean, I won't be because I don't smoke anymore like that, so I don't need to. But
people
will
in
be.
general, yeah.
Yeah, they lost a lot of sales tax here. I say, who cares, man? As long as you put the warnings on the stuff and you tell people what they're doing, why the hell would you ban this stuff? Isn't this America?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand.
This is America, dude. What are you guys doing out there?
It's their choice. They want to smoke. It's on them.
So, yeah, I disagree with that shit. I don't know.
But you can go into a bar and drink, which is...
It's menthol cigarettes in Massachusetts are going to be banned. Just like some vaping products are banned. Or all vaping almost every vape is banned now. So, I don't know. Listen, I think they're out of their minds. I don't know. I put the warnings on the packs, man. That's all. Put the warnings on the packs. You will get cancer. Like, you will die. Here are the odds. Here are the numbers. But here you go. Guess what? You'll die if you drink, too. They put the warning on the drinks. They're not taking the drinks off the shelves because it's more
all
accepted. It's all bad. And you know what's crazy is marijuana is probably the least problem of all that stuff, and that was almost illegal.
That was the one that was attacked the hardest for the longest point in time. Yeah.
Because they used it against the minorities in the country years ago and scared the shit out of our parents. Dude, my mother is still terrified of weed, thinks that the worst people smoke weed and stuff because it's been ingrained in her head in the 50s that this was some kind of devil lettuce or something. And I'm like, Mom, you're around people that drink alcohol. How is weed worse than alcohol?
One of the nausea medications that I had to take all the time causes like a type of neuropathy almost that makes you have a form of Parkinson's. So my hands would just twitch and shake, and out of nowhere I would just violently start shaking. And it's like fantastic, as where, I haven't smoked in ages, years and years and years now. You're talking about college time. And I went ahead, and a buddy of mine's like, oh, I've got stuff specifically for nausea, let's try it. And doctors are like, yeah, go for it. See if it helps. I'm like, such a different time. And it works great for nausea. It doesn't last long, doesn't keep me from being nauseous very long, but I get like a half an hour at a time out of it. So anything is better than nothing, but it's better than having to take all the medicine with the horrendous side effects that causes you to shake and be a pile of shit. So,
and if you Google if you see something in your food and you're like, I don't understand what that word is, like higher propanol, propranolol or something, and you're like, what is that? If you Google it, chances are you'll see it's cancer. It's a carcinogen. And then if you look, it will be banned in the UK. It will be banned in many countries, but it's not banned in America. So, like, dude, if you start Googling that stuff, it's amazing. Literally, if you Google the stuff in most food, 70% of the food you would eat is you can't eat it. you don't want to eat it constantly. There's so many different interacting. Dude, it's crazy. Ignorance is bliss, though. If you're like most of us, we just go fuck it, whatever. That's what we do because we don't want to drive ourselves insane. But for the people that really care, they go insane trying to get the right types of food because there's only about 15 to 25% foods that are available to you that you can actually eat that are clean. And even vegetables that come fresh, natural. There's pesticides and stuff that are sprayed and they get in the vegetables. And if you test them and have them tested, they're filled with them, even though they can be called natural, but they're not natural. So,
all green, all natural.
And then you can eat cows. And if the cows ate that, then it's just, dude, it gets insane. So you would really have to do a massive effort to cleanse yourself of what the fuck is in everything you're eating and doing. But most of us go, fuck that. Everything's bad. I don't even care, whatever. Most people do that. And they know it. That you'll deal with it. You'll just accept it. So in a perfect world, if we were all science-minded in a perfect world, we would eliminate 75% of the food or the stuff we put in all our food right now. And we would rework how we make food and make business out of food and stuff like that. But we're not like that. That's not how we're built right now. We're built kind of like every man for himself, make money. We're not built for what's the best thing for all of us. So that's just the way it is. But in a perfect world of science and care, we would be super strict on what we were doing, and we would study the shit out of everything. And it'd be amazing, man. That'd be great. But that's my utopia where we don't exist right now. You'd have to eat your own garden farm, true. But you'd also have to be careful because it's in the rainwater, Mitch B. It's in the fucking rainwater, Mitch Brandenburg, if that's Mitch B. You'd actually be better off boiling and then filtering water and then feeding that to your plants and garden that you created in your basement in front of heating lamps and UV lights, unfortunately. And you'd have to case in your plants and not let your plants get rained on. Because in the rain is a certain amount of chemical too, as well. It's fucking crazy if you really break it down. It's insane. In a perfect world, we'd all be high. That's true as well. We'd probably all be high and fucked up. Let me reset real quick because I want to play the next donation and I want you guys to be able to see it because you guys have been so supportive. Just remember, you may have to refresh in just a second.
All right, so while you're doing that, I'm going to get out of here.
Alrighty, Jay.
And then I will see you. Hit me up during the day tomorrow, and then tomorrow night we will catch everybody for Out of Nowhere. First time you and I have done it in a few weeks, sadly. I'm glad you brought it back last week.
And we're coming close to episode 200 of Out
of
Nowhere.
I know, so close.
We are, I think 195 is tomorrow, so or 6?
196, somewhere up there.
All right. We are back. Thank you to Jake. What's up? Everybody, I'm taking calls. Call on up. We'll put you on the air tonight.
Are you ready for this?
What do you and Jake think about Matt Riddle going to SmackDown?
Oh, man, that's a great point, Robert Heller. I wish I caught that before Jake left. Thank you for the $11 Kenny Omega donation. I'm okay with it because the WWE main roster needs help. I really think that they need help. So I'm okay with it. I think he could help out. But I am concerned. My worry is that he is going to end up being so much better in NXT than the main roster. So hopefully he'll be just as good. Or hopefully he'll make a bigger impact than SmackDown. Because otherwise you're just going to be like, man, I wish he'd go back to NXT. But we'll see. 276, hey, what's up, man?
But I am concerned. My worry...
Oh, my God. You guys got to make sure you turn down the show when you call and listen on your phone when you call up. I'll try to get you back in a minute. Just call back and we'll get you on the air. We're taking phone calls. We're taking them calls. We're taking them live. Soundwave 92 is the top donation of the stream. Thank you to Soundwave. 214, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, Joe?
What's up?
AJ Adams here.
How are you, man? AJ, what's up, dude? Good to hear from you.
Oh, nothing, chilling. Just, you know what? Watching y'all crazy white people act a fool out here. Anyway, I just want to say, I wish y'all white people stop apologizing. You had nothing to apologize for. People are just assholes, and that's just how it is out here.
Are you telling white people to saying stop apologizing? White people, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, stop apologizing and just, do what you think is right.
I think
as a black man, that's what I'm going to do.
I just feel like I want black people to know that I support them, but I don't want to be one of these weaselly guys who virtue signals about it, because I see that everywhere, and it's kind of, you know what I mean? I think a lot of people get madder about it, like, yeah, you're fake, you know?
Yeah, because black people see that, it makes you sick. Because, you bound down to these assholes instead of standing up for what you believe in.
You know who I feel bad for is that I tweeted it earlier, was the former black cop who was defending a store and he got killed, and nobody cares about this guy. He was gunned down defending a store, and it's like barely anybody cares. Nobody's talking about him really in the media. Why does nobody care about this guy?
Well, because black people get killed all the time by black people. There's nothing new about that. It's like, stop killing black people. Nothing new about that. It's just these damn idiots out here in the media. They're stirring shit up, and they're the main pussies out here.
Yeah, man, I think they really, it's I don't know what it is, man, but we've said this for years. They want some kind of weird race war. They want some kind of weird war or some kind of problem, and I don't know why or what the point is or what the reason is, but they're stirring some stuff up that's really weird. But yeah, man, a lot of people like you see what's going on and other people, so, it's...
Yeah, well, the main thing is, the way they see black people is the way they see poor white people. They see y'all the same as we are. There's nothing but trash around. So, y'all can say whatever you want. They're not going to listen because they're in control. As long as they're in control, it's fuck the black and fuck everybody who's poor and white and Mexican. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I agree, man. I hopefully they will fix the cops a little bit, though. Hopefully they'll start prosecuting cops who do things wrong instead of letting them get off with things. I think that would be, if they can do that, that'd be good.
Yeah. Oh, and one more thing. Probably mother has AIDS. Bye.
Yeah. Oh man, AJ, thank you, man. The phone was hard to hear, but I tried to make it up, man. I tried to hear what you were saying, though. AJ Adams, it's coming down the mountain. Robert Heller, thank you for the $11.50, man. AEW NXT, what did you think? Did you watch? How did you feel about it? Let me know down below. Let me know wherever you want. 339-226-6610. What did you guys think of AEW tonight? What could have they done better? Jake just left. He'll be back tomorrow with Out of Nowhere. Let's go over to 276 again. What's up?
Hey, Joe, this is Brent.
This who?
This is Brent.
Brett?
Yes.
What's up, Brett?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Good.
I was going to tell you, I sent you a message on Twitch. A while back on the show, you had said something about a wrestler at a House of Glory show that was playing a video game during his match.
Yeah.
Well, I was watching AEW Dark last night, and he wrestled for AEW last night on Dark.
Oh, wow. I didn't even see that. I didn't even know that. Did he wrestle normal, or did he have his video game with him?
He had his video game with him, but I can't remember if it was that same match I watched. I was watching a couple of his indie matches on YouTube, and he actually wrestled without it, or a couple of them did pretty good.
Well, because I said this when I was critical of him. I said, I think it's a cool idea if he comes down with the video game, or he like plays the video game, like whatever, fine. But like when the match starts, like he needs to drop the video game, type of thing. Like, cause it's a gimmick when you come out, but then don't wrestle with the video game, or maybe during the match if he grabbed it and then showed this disrespect, and then the guy went to clothesline him, he ducked it, was still playing the game, and then super kicked the guy and then put it back. I mean, maybe I'd accept that, but yeah, so like, I think that'd be better. So if that's what he did, then that makes more sense to me. But playing it during the match to me was just like, dude, I wanted to rip my eyeballs out.
Yeah, it was very weird.
It just made me think, wow, this is just dumb and fake. That's what I thought. Maybe some younger people like thought it was cool or something. I don't know, but maybe I'm too jaded and older or whatever, but it's just, I was like, ugh, what are they doing?
Yeah, I thought it was dumb too.
Yeah, so hopefully he doesn't do it anymore. But hey, people tell me he's a good guy, and I'm surprised because he's a very young guy. He's a very new young guy. Was he in a jobber match or something on a Dark? I missed Dark this week and last week.
Yeah, it was a jobber match. I can't remember who it was against now.
Someone in the chat's probably going to figure it out, man. Well, thank you for the call, dude. That was a good call and good information because I didn't know that. I was thinking Jake's son, Jake Roberts, before he hit puberty. Yeah, I thought this guy was like, Jake as a kid. That was Jake Roberts' son.
I saw him. He's playing a video game, and I thought to myself, well, what the hell is this? If you did that back in 1987, we would have killed you in the parking lot. We would have broken your thumbs off your body. We would have ripped your fingers off, and you wouldn't have been able to play no more. You wouldn't have been able to play another video game worth a shit.
Chris De La Rosa.
What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Not much.
Hell yeah. What's going
on? It's kind of relaxing. I haven't watched AEW yet, but hopefully I will eventually.
Yeah, hopefully eventually.
Yeah.
What the hell are we going to talk about?
I don't really know. I mean, I'm writing a song, I guess.
What the fuck did you call me for then?
I'm sorry, man.
I love you, Chris. You're good, man. Is there anything you wanted to say, or were you just calling to be like, I don't know, what's this? What the hell, dude?
And fuck Bill Goldberg. Fuck Bill Goldberg. If you are a fan of Goldberg and what he represents, you are a fucking piece of shit. I'm telling you right now.
I love you, Chris. You're a good guy. Oh, my God. I'm like, there's Chris. I know him, so I'm not going to take the other 3 phone calls. I'm going to take Chris's call. And I don't know, dude. I was like, I don't know. It's not my fault, though. That's not my fault. You got to have something you got to say when you call, right? That's not my fault. I tried. Like, what do you want? Anything? We'll talk about the weather even if you want. He said he's writing a song, which was okay. Do you want to promote the song or something? It was just, there was nothing. And there was 2 other guys calling. I didn't. Love you, Chris. Chris De La Rosa. Shout out to you, man. I'm having a shot of water. Love you, Chris. You're good, man. Don't worry about it. Call back when you want to promote the song, though. We'll talk about it. 702, hello.
Yo.
What's up?
It's Spirit Infinity Roy.
Spirit Infinity Roy, man. What is going on, dude? You making a song right now and you missed AEW?
Nah, I just want to say one thing though.
Okay.
You know, it was good, but fuck Bill Goldberg. I'm out of here.
People are just calling up to say fuck Bill Goldberg. This is like back when we were saying F Tommy's corpse, and everybody was saying F Tommy's corpse. You know, like months later, like 8 months later, somebody said that to him, and he yelled at me about it. He was like, you know, someone just told me to F my corpse again. And I was like, I don't know. What do you want me to do? Tell him to stop? I don't even know who it is. Hundreds of people are saying F. We created F Tommy's corpse. We created a saying that worked crazy. We sold T-shirts. And then I pulled the T-shirts the week that Tommy was like, I'm gonna kill myself. I was like, oh my God, imagine that. And we got a T-shirt that says that. All right, I'm pulling that T-shirt. Because if you would have come up with a topic after Joe brought it up, it would have been funny, but you played into the joke just right. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Oh my God. Tommy's barber's dead corpse. Oh my God. Good God. Paulie, what's up, man? Joe, it was Santana and Ortiz that Leroy Green wrestled last week on Dark. Okay, thank you. Wasted. I'm like, what? What? Wasted? He killed them? No, he wrestled them. Okay, I'm going to check out Dark. I'm going to go take a look at it. Because I'd like to review the match and give the kid some credit. Because I really bashed him about the video game thing. So if he didn't do that, I'd like to give him some kind of recognition if he was good. 239, hello.
Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on, man?
Eat some fruit, fuckface.
Why?
Because you could use it.
I mean, that wasn't a very good impression of JD. Because you could use it.
You could use it.
Like, that's how you do it. You got to deliver it. You got to deliver on the line. You know? You could use it.
You could use it.
Were you guys watching my stream the other day when a cat, like, came right up to my car and was, like, meowing? And I was like, what is going on? It was like the thing was sent here, like an army. A friggin' army cat was sent. It came all the way from another state. It was incredible. It was terrifying, to be honest. I was scared. I told Lee about it. I said, watch your back. He's sending his army. And they're gonna defecate on our porch. Please don't let them defecate on our porch. What up, Jake Fullerton? Hey, Jake, aren't you the guy that found us last night on the Corrupted stream from Brockton? Or near Brockton? You know what's weird is, yeah, that was crazy that he found us. He had all the scanner stuff going. It was really cool. F. Bill Goldberg. In the chat's going wild. 339-226-6610 if you guys want to be on to talk about whatever. Hopefully it's something good. Yeah, there's Jakey. He's a new listener. Contributed a lot last night, man, on that show. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of very interesting stuff going on. All my friends all over Boston and Brockton were hitting me up about what was going on, and it was crazy. Son of Sniffles, Squipman says. Taking a big old dump on the porch. I like the cat, man, because the cat keeps the mice away, I think, right? So I was all for it. Okay, so I have a post up on my Patreon, and I'm going to be recording a note to self in just a few minutes tonight, and I'm going to be answering the questions that you guys asked me and doing the note to self. So if you guys want to hear that, make sure that you guys are patrons, and I'm going to answer all the questions you guys asked. If you guys want to ask a question, you can still jump on a Patreon right now. Get the questions in. I'm going to answer all of them. 325 of you are back on Patreon, so I thank you for that. I also had several people reach out to me. There you go, 325 patrons, and we're counting back up. Thank you for doing that. Anybody who jumps in the $25 or above will get the producer credit, and I will be shouting you guys out this week and throughout the rest of the month. Let me see here. Somebody in the chat, who is the wheel champion from Monetize This? I forget. Who won the wheel this week? We got to shout them out. But if you scroll down, you guys will be able to see my post about Note to Self on Patreon here. If you scroll down on your phone or on your desktop, whatever it is. And there it is. New questions, hit me up. We have 10 questions so far that you guys have asked. So you can still ask these questions if you want to in the next little while. And I will get to them on Note to Self, my podcast that will be uploaded soon on Patreon. I'm going to be uploading the podcast probably later tonight. And it will definitely be up for early morning, if not tonight. So look for that as well. And we're gonna be back to doing that at least weekly, if not more. Plus, Meant to Offend, and so much other shit is coming on Patreon. Finally, we had a hiccup here for a couple of weeks, including all the stuff that I had planned with Jake, man, but he was sick, and a couple other people. So there's a whole bunch of stuff coming back to that. So check it out, give it some love, and rub it in the dust. Broken Ambrose. Oh, yeah, Broken Ambrose, maybe, yeah. Maybe it was Broken Ambrose. Everyone knows there was no collusion. Sane people do it anyway. I don't know what that means. I need to start watching WWE again. Jake Fullerton, this is one of the weirdest times. There's no crowd right now. WWE has been awful. I'm 35. I'm 35 years old, so I'm pretty jaded. But this is the worst. The last 5 to 10 years have been some of the worst time in WWE ever. And certainly the last 5 years have been really bad. This has been really bad. I mean, yeah, in the mid-90s, like early mid-90s, WWE was kind of down for like 3 to 4 years. But it was better in many cases than much of the stuff we see now. Yeah, at least the wrestling was it was more tight and it looked better. There's so much stuff that they do wrong right now, and so much boring, just thrown together cookie cutter crap. So that's the problem in many ways. I will say one thing I wanted to talk about was Jeff Hardy's storyline. There's Commissioner Chris. Thank you, Chris. I am shocked that the WWE is doing this Jeff Hardy storyline. Now, I'm also entertained by the whole thing because it brings a bit of realism to the Fox show and to the SmackDown show, and I think it's kind of interesting. But it is strange that they are going there, and it is triggering all kinds of people. I wonder if WWE is going to just grow bigger balls and keep rolling with it and say, fuck everybody, we're still going with it. Or I wonder if they'll bail on it. I wonder. But it's one of the things that sets SmackDown apart from Raw. Because Raw has been so bland and just gobbly shit. But SmackDown at least has this this vibe of semi-excitement, but none of it's been good. So, Jake, if you're thinking about getting back into WWE, it's a wreck right now. NXT on Wednesday nights and the new company AEW on Wednesday nights have been much better than Raw and SmackDown. So you definitely want to watch Wednesday nights, maybe those companies, if you're going to watch something. Because right now, these ones, yikes. These ones have been rough to watch. Very rough to watch. It's crazy. Very hard to watch. 814 is on the phone. Hello.
Hey, this is Wise Society.
Oh, shit. What's up, Wise Society?
Oh, not much. How are you?
Okay.
Good. I was wondering what's your thoughts on the rumors that Dominic Dijakovic's getting called up soon. I know Dave Meltzer was talking about that the other day.
If Dijakovic gets called up, I guess the reason would be because they feel like they need more superstars on the main roster. He's a good-looking body and everything.
Yeah.
And he's not a guy that can go even... He's not like one of the smaller guys in NXT that can go any further, I guess. Like, they feel like he's not... You know, like, whenever they get a guy that isn't the crazy acrobat like all these other guys. Although Dijakovic's a different guy because he's kind of can do that. Like he does that spaceman leap out of the ring and some other things like that. So, but I don't know, man. I guess they feel they need some new talent on the main roster if that's the case. But I don't know
I know they said a couple different people.
Who's saying?
Supposedly coming up.
You
soon.
say Meltzer said this?
Yeah, he said that, and I think Chelsea Green was another name they said might be coming up in the next couple weeks as well.
Yeah, it could be it. Could be the issue. I mean, that could be definitely it. It could be. I could see. Him, I could see him coming up though, like you said, because he's already. He's a guy who's been wrestling for years. I mean, this guy is already kind of a. He's not a veteran, but he's a very experienced wrestler. It's not like Velveteen Dream, somebody that they're really trying to mold and started from the beginning. It's a project, and they want to bring him up after he's had 5 years in NXT. Dijakovic is a guy that could come up. He could have came right into the main roster. So, you know, I think you're right. He might be somebody, or they're right, and you're right in saying it, that he could be coming up.
And I supposedly, I guess there's talk of putting him in Seth Rollins' group or whatever. I guess since like AOP's out with the injury or whatever, I guess there was rumors they were going to put him in there as like the sort of new muscle or whatever.
Wait a minute.
I don't know. It's interesting.
Who's going to be the new muscle?
I guess there's talks of putting him in Seth Rollins' group or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that. And I could see Seth even wanting him. I could see Seth being like, get me that guy too. Yeah, he's like the Diesel or whatever, but then he can have these great matches. Yeah, I could see that happening. I could definitely see that happening, man. Wise Society, thanks for the call, man. But Wise Society, thank you. Chelsea used to be from Cam Show. Really? Can we find those videos? I'd like to find those goddamn videos. Serve them up on a platter for everybody. Well, let's go see what he said earlier about this. While I pee my pants, John. I'll be right back. I'm gonna pee my pants to look like I'm younger like Jake.
And then he surprised everybody, and so there was many story elements. With this, it's just Jericho doesn't like Tyson. So what do we get out of it? A match potentially?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess they're looking for. They're going to have a match. I think, like you said, though,
and that doesn't excite me because Tyson can't lose with him making another in-ring return.
Well, what really made things awesome for the Stone Cold version of this whole thing was that Tyson sort of slid into a secondary background role. He went from being the focal point that night to then being the enforcer in this sort of background role.
Yeah, exactly what I was trying to get the message sent home before. The focal point was the title, and the fact that even the rivalry between Shawn and Austin kind of took a back burner seat as well, because everything was about Austin not being able to get that belt. Vince was going to do what he could to make sure Austin didn't win, and that only progressed more after WrestleMania 14. So,
well,
it gave a jumping off point for the Attitude Era to really go like full steam ahead from that point on.
A lot of people didn't know that we're live, so again we didn't get the alert out. I don't think we're shadow banned tonight though, so. Let me take.
I did get the alert myself, which I don't always get them, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, I'm a hit or miss with them too. We are showing up in the feeds from what I can see, so we're good there. It's just a lot of people didn't get the alert. I don't know why, dude. I don't know if it's allergies or what, but that whole breathing thing has come back to me full force, bro. It's so hard. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, it happened the other day. I don't even know. Maybe it is anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been watching all the coverage, all the crazy crap.
But even if it's not, and then you just become anxious, it makes that initial, symptom 1,000 times worse because your anxiety blows it out of proportion. And
maybe I get asthma, and maybe I've developed asthma, and I don't really know it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Pollen is at the highest count it's been in ages, from what I was reading, and people are not having a good time with allergies that usually don't suffer at all. So.
Right. In fact, I'm going to go close the window real quick, but I also want to say. Everybody on Patreon did get the alert, so thank you to all the patrons. I got so many messages. Dude, if I didn't have Patreon, I wouldn't know you were going live. So I'm back to 325 patrons, but if you guys want to sign up there, I'm going to have me and Jake probably going to try to do something on there, and we may do something on their post-show here. So go check it out. We are that is one of the best ways to get the alert out to you guys, and everybody should have gotten the alert over there that we are live. So hopefully you got it. I just resent another one out in your emails, so let me know if you didn't get it, but hopefully you did. And if you're on Twitch and you guys become a subscriber on Twitch, sometimes I jump on Twitch and I email the listeners that way. So, hopefully all of that together works. But I'm not really sure what works anymore at this point. But
yeah,
Jake,
I have heard NXT was better tonight. Now I only saw AEW, but I think that they're trying to do what AEW was doing, which is when you have a show coming up, you're full steam ahead once again. So I think they're trying to put their best foot forward as much as possible. Excuse me, and
I
really
wouldn't be
go ahead
surprised if they beat him, because if you
they want to get people to tune into this, in your house show as much as possible.
Well, if you were going to beat AEW, tonight is the night to beat AEW, because they were very cruise control tonight.
Yeah, what my biggest gripe from tonight is that there really was no takeaway. What happened? I don't feel that there's anything memorable. There were certain things that stood out that I did enjoy, but I'm just not in love with the product they're giving us right now, unfortunately. I'm glad they didn't break up the Inner Circle as that had been discussed. And I could see why they would do that at this point in time, but I think that's way too soon. But I could see why they would, because they canceled the Blood and Guts, War Games match, obviously. They had their Stadium Stampede instead. Now you have the Elite, the Inner Circle. What more really can be done between these two teams? And one of the thoughts that was prevailing was, all right, well, you have the Inner Circle start to go their own way. But I feel like there's more you could still get from the team. You just got to kind of refresh things.
Yeah, I was surprised when you said that, but you're not. I've heard other people say, like, oh, they're going to break up the Inner Circle. And
I really hope that's not the case yet. But
yeah, I don't think it's time for that. I think it's time to let them be a little more separated. Like, let the tag team guys do that. Let Sammy run around with Jericho kind of like they did tonight. So I thought that was pretty cool, but I don't think they need to do anything crazy or drastic, or whatever.
No, not yet. Not by a long shot. So now we had this, this big rivalry between the Dark Order and we saw Moxley basically damn near break his neck at the pay-per-view, going through the entrance ramp / stage with Brody Lee. And now Brody Lee is what? No more. He's just been kind of cast aside. And that's one of the main gripes I have with AEW. They have these huge moments or big feuds, but they're kind of one and dones. We had this massive buildup between Cody and MJF, and I feel like we still haven't really gotten the payoff from that yet. We will when we finally get to see MJF out there week in, week out. But at this point in time, it's just not living up to his potential. So,
yeah, I don't think so either. And I think that there's a lot of guys doing that. Did you, before AEW came on the air, well, let me play a donation real quick. Guys, if you want to donate, the link is down below, as always. Streamlabs, Super. What's up, brothers? I'm back. We're back live. We took a 3-minute break there of a replay from earlier when our buddy Jakey Poo was here. How about that? How about that, Jakey? Pookie? Huh? Koofy, Pookie, love you, poo-poo pants. Sorry. How are you guys doing tonight? We went over the In Your House NXT deal. AEW tonight was 5 out of 10 for me. Probably one of the worst scores I've given AEW. But it wasn't bad. It was just kind of like, okay, it was an all right little show. But, like I said, I think I brought up all the points I could about anything that I could. And like I said, the managers were super interesting tonight. Tully Blanchard cutting a promo and ranting on Sean Spears for having his face on his cock at Double or Nothing, basically channeling Jim Cornette's rant. Taz, last week we said was too soft. He needed to be more strong. This week he was, and he said shit. Still didn't work for me, but it was better. Jake the Snake Roberts, we said, is so good on the promo, he's overshadowing his guy. Lance Archer seems like kind of like a doofus, and Jake appears to be this mastermind. Tonight you saw Lance Archer do the muscle thing and then say things, and then Jake be like, oh man, I'm sorry. and try to be more cowardly and apologetic. So you're seeing them. We said all this last week, and now this week they tried to change it. Problem is, I still don't think it was good enough. So, but they clearly tried. That's the one thing that you can at least say is they clearly saw it too, and they tried to upgrade, they tried to change, they tried to do a better job this week, from what I could see. So that's good. That's good news. Soundwave 92 right now is the top donation. Thank you to Soundwave, man. I'm eating an ice cream bar. How about that, CM Punk? I've got strawberry. I got strawberry. CM Punk, you gonna cry, CM Punk? Mm-hmm. CM Punk's gonna cry. Tully Blanchard, Jake Roberts, and Taz. I would go probably Jake Roberts got to be my number one. Tully's got to be number two. And I'd probably go number three for Taz. Yeah, man, let's do it. Sounds like Jesse and me are going to record an After Dark episode at some point, and that's going to end up going up on Patreon as well. So look for After Dark, another episode with me and Jesse. There's an asteroid coming close to Earth and a bunch of other asteroids. Every time this happens, it never hits, or it's like, oh, it's 40,000 million miles away. It's really close. But you never know when one is going to get close. So we're going to talk about some of that. I'm going to talk about some of that. A little bit of Final Frontier newsy stuff mixed with After Dark going up on Patreon soon. So there's just so much stuff to get to. Let's see.
You wanna fucking do it? I swear to God, I'll suck your dick.
Has anyone else ever noticed that the people who believe in the craziest conspiracies and have the biggest tinfoil hats are the people who didn't go to college and don't interact with people much outside their residence? Something to think about.
Is that factual? Chaos. Thank you, Chaos, for the $4. The $4. Is that factual, though? I mean, you might be right. You're saying it's like a lot of blue-collar, backwoods, non-sociable people. I mean, you might be right. A lot of single people. I mean, maybe. I guess that could be. That could be that. It could be true. But, yeah, it could be that, I suppose. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to see which guys you're talking about. Isn't Alex Jones like one of the biggest ones? Did he go to college? Does anybody know? But I guess it's kind of factual, right? It's a lot of people like that. I don't know. I don't really have enough conspiracies to really be in that category. I don't think it's about me. Because I think I talk about the conspiracies, but I don't really have them. You know what I mean? But I think he's talking about a lot of the people that actually have them. They're like, I know, whatever. And yes, I'm eating strawberry. I like Joe Cronin pick from 2011. Which pick? Which pick? Which pitcher? I'm eating it up, bro. I'm eating it all up.
I know you're talking about me, bro. I know you're talking about me.
And they're going out for some hangings.
Oh, my God. Come on, man. Come on, dude. I'm stoking up the video games, guys. Relax. Give me a minute. I'm stoking them up. I'm ready to go. Your mom's coming over for a nudie show. I should make that a song. It'd be a really weird song, though. Are you ready? Reminds me of MVP baseball. Whoa. Gotta play more community baseball soon. Let's see. Let's get the number off the screen. Let me get the Elgato rolling. Woo! I wish hockey season was here, man. I'm so bummed out about that, dude. I can't wait for hockey. Please. Give me back the hockey, dude. It's going to be weird without a crowd, though. We'll have to create our own crowd, dude. Create a crowd. I need some hot tea or something. What's up, brother? How you doing, Maddie? You were watching the Stanley Cups by now? Yeah, it's crazy. We got basketballs coming back, too. AJ Adams, what's up, AJ? What's up, Hector Gutierrez? Donnie M. What's up, Donnie? Legos are for everybody, yeah. Legos are a lot of money. I know, because my kids love them and Leah loves them, and if I have to buy them ever, I'm like, oh my God. Dude, shoot me. Legos are a lot of money. It's crazy. If you guys want to buy any of my t-shirts, there's the Teesprings deal popping up in the chat. A little bit of merch. You guys want the Turkey Club? Turkey Club merch is popping up in the chat right now. 70 shirts sold. That is the most t-shirts we ever sold ever on this channel, on my channel. 70 Turkey Club t-shirts have been sold. Thank you guys for hitting that record. I can confirm that record now. I do got to get some hot tea, man. I love hot tea. Usually green tea or white tea or Earl Grey. One of those three. I like it all, dude, though, to be honest, so. I might play PUBG in a minute. I don't know. Just going to get an online game over here going. Leah loves Legos.
Party.
I got some hot tea. It comes out of my dong.
Ed's View. Ed's View in Japan. Konnichiwa. Arigato. Ohayou gozaimasu. Ed's View. All the way. We are going live on the Purple Place Twitch. Ed's View, thank you for the donation, bro. Yeah! Yen! I got the yen. The yen is coming in, son. Fuck yeah. You know you're making it when Ed's View, the 6-year, 7-year listener, is coming in from the other side of the world. His food reviews have been hilarious. Some of the Japanese stuff that he's been eating. Super down with it. You know what we'd find interesting at Ed's View is if you started reviewing places in Japan or talking about places in Japan and stuff in Japan. There's a lot of people on YouTube in America that watch like Japanese culture videos because they don't know about it. I think you could do well with a channel like that, to be honest. What's up, chat? I'm going in overtime here. I didn't think I'd be hanging out for a few video games, but it's been a while.
Super Chat Party.
Joe can't believe in August will be 4 years subbed.
Steve, thanks, man. Holy shit, dude. 4 years for you. That's crazy. Thank you, Steve. Steve Callan. Coming in from Canada. What's going on, brother? Makes me think of Squitman, who's been with me since my old channel. Dude, my old channel. I think Squitman said he found me in like 2010 or something. That's crazy. That's like, that guy's been watching for 10 years. That's crazy. Steve, thank you for the tip, bro. Thank you guys for all you guys do, obviously, with the support, man. Wouldn't be able to do this shit without you guys. Thank you for the donations. Soundwave92 has got the top one down below. Ooh, Ellis is the goalie. Get it up front. Oh, Chara, you missed. Made up for stealing it, though. Oh! Off the back of the goal. Swivels it to Sagan. Here comes Falk looking for the hit. He missed. Gilmore in the slot. Passes it. Andrew Chuck back. Johansson moves it toward Couture. Couture and Hunquist coming in the zone. Separates through the slot. Sending it to Couture. A shot on net and wide. Gilmore spoons it around the back. Up to Sagan on the breakout here for the Orange Cockblowers. That's the name of the team. I'm playing the Orange Cockblowers, everybody. Chara gets his pocket picked in front. Missed the pass in an empty net. Couture out to DeBrusque. DeBrusque makes a move. Cuts in front of the net in the slot. Wrist shot blocked in front. Passed to no man's land. Coyle swivels it back to Falk at the point. A shot is right off the defenseman's shins. I hope he broke it. Zuccarello with a shot and Ellis with a save. In front, Zuccarello for the Bruins. Wheels it around, loses it to Hull. And the Orange Cocksuckers clear the puck. Sorry. I'm on speed right now. Soundwave 92, the top donation at $29.99. The Bruins lose the faceoff. Sproul gets it intercepted. Pacioretty with a wrist shot. Who's hard in the chat right now? Let me turn the mic down a little bit. I'm a little bit loud. I don't know. I'm on crack tonight. And oh my God. Pacioretty. 2-on-2. In the slot, wrist shot, scores! Pacioretty! The Bruins draw first blood on the Orange Cocksuckers! What a wrist shot for Pacioretty coming in and going upstairs. He beat everybody on that play. Who's wet in the chat? Who's ready to gargle? Who's ready to gargle in the chat? Oh, he's real! Oh my God! Missed the hit there. Zaitsev. Oh my God! Oh, what a save! Pecorine! Oh, in front Dallas! I don't know. I'm out of my mind tonight. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I'm going to take that puck. I'm going to take that puck, and I'm going to put it in the net like I'd put it in your mother.
Zaitsev. Oh, what a bomb! Oh my God, he centered the puck. Pickpocket. Ellis makes the save, gives it away, and somehow we didn't score. Whew. What's up, Breaking Bad in the chat? You hear Blizzard got DDoS again, dude? They were getting DDoS weeks ago when I was playing Diablo. I stayed away from hardcore because of that. Oh, what a horrible play that was. I got lagged, though. Oh, my God, dude. He's dead. I just killed him, dude. Who saw that? Coyle! Charlie Coyle with the interception. Off to the races. Goes Coyle. Penalty shot? Come on, man. Where my penalty shot at? What's up, chat? We're live on Twitch as well now, too. Oh, Coyle in front. Steve Clan, thanks for the host on Twitch, brother. Oh, up and inside on Ellis, and he has to fight it back off his face with a save. Steve Callan becoming a hoster on Twitter. On Twitch, rather. Thank you. What's up, chat? NBA's coming back. NBA, NHL. I'm ready. Charlie Coyle is from Weymouth, Mass. That's true, yes. Jimmy Joyce, what's up, Jimmy? I'm from Quincy, Mass, so Charlie Coyle lived right next door to me. I never met him ever, but I know people that said people's younger brothers knew Charlie Coyle that I know. It's kind of cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, the review's finished, man. We did hours of it. Now it's just gaming time. Jake left about 25, 30 minutes ago. What's going on, dude? Oh, man. Zdeno. Couture broke it up, man. Look at Char. He's ready to kill someone. Just left the puck. Just get it out of there. Couture intercepts the puck. Here he comes. Wrist shot wide of the net. Johansson. Chara with a bomb and a tip in front. They can't put it home. Here comes Hornquist. He gets taken down. And a penalty to the Orange Cocksuckers. The NBA and the NHL are coming back. When I used to work at Domino's, I jerked off on pizzas. I hope to God that's not true, AJ Adams. Please, God, no. I mean, kids eat pizzas, man. You can't do that. I'm sure you're kidding, though. But that's pretty funny.
Washington penalty to number 22.
Oh, my God. Oh. We got this guy up against the wall. Woo. Originally from Middleborough, yeah. Pretty crazy. I got family in Middleborough. I think the game sound was too loud. You guys think the game sound was too loud? What's up, everybody? Who became a patron? I'm sorry. Let me shout you out. Let me get that going. And then Jesse's going to join me as my guest on my podcast tonight. Nicholas Fields, thank you for becoming a $5 patron. Bo Knows, my buddy Bo Knows is back. Thanks to Bo, $10 VIP. My Son Champion in the $10 spot. Jaff94 is back, a longtime OG, obviously, Jaff94. Thank you, Jaff. Ryan Romano back. Trevor, thank you. Corey Stamets. The Ghost of Tommy's Barber. Michael Sachs, thank you, Michael, again. And Big Fuego Jacob back in the $25 big producer spot. And Gordon Bombay coming into the $25 producer spot, man. Thank you as well. And shout out to Soundwave92, who so far is the top donation of the stream at the top of your screen. Oh. Oh my God. Oh, no way. Oh. No sound is good. Okay, cool. Thanks, Carlton. What's up, man? This game looks like Raw. Well, that's what Raw did. They put up the hockey glass. They literally put hockey glass around the Raw set. What a goal. What a one-timer. Hey, 69 in the chat if you guys are smoking. What up, Big Fuego Jacob? I just shouted you out for that $25 producer cred, man. Thank you, Jacob. If we didn't have so many producers on the show, dude, I don't know what would happen to this channel and show. So thank you, bro. Ah, thank you, man. Saving the show, man. The producer, $25 producers are saving the show. And obviously the donators live. But. Up, James. Thank you for the host. Oh, what a save, dude. Pecorine's on fucking fire. Oh, he's dead. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him. Oh, my God. I wanted to murder that guy. Oh, let's go. Let's go. I get a penalty shot. I better get a penalty shot, dude. I was way ahead of him. Where's the penalty shot? James, thanks for the host. Oh, Jimmy Joyce is James? What's up, Jimmy? Thank you. In the purple place right now. Ah, fucking clean win. Oh, my God. Oh! Oh, that was sick if we scored! Oh, my God, you idiot. Oh, my God, he gave it up. Oh, so many could have beens on every side there. Oh, Charlie. Oh, my God, dude. That was icing? Oh, offside. Okay, all right. I'm like, what? No way that was icing. What's up, guys? Fuck.
Moo. Moo. Moo, 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 moo.
Trump is coming to my town Friday to say thank you to all us workers here helping make the test swabs and food sticks. Just hope and pray for no riots. May get selected to meet him as well.
Jason Tarr, that's crazy. Are you serious? Yeah, hopefully people don't tear your city up because he's coming there. Jason Tarr, thank you for the $35 bomb. Jason, what's up, dude? Remember to tell Trump, Joe Cronin show. Even if we don't like him or we like him or we don't like him or whatever, we still want to get him on the show for an interview, don't we? The Joe Cronin show. Oh, that'd be the worst thing ever. He like endorsed it or something. They were great to me. What a great YouTube show. That. And next, I'd be like, no. Oh no. Jason Tarr, thank you so much, man, for the $35. Wow. He just took over Soundwave. Oh my God. Hold on to it. Oh no, Pecorine. That's a penalty. Damn! Leah's moo is pretty good. I like Leah's moo. Thank you, Jason Tarr. Do you want to meet Trump? Are you one of those people that don't mind meeting him, or are you like mad, or like, what's the deal with you? Wonder if Jason Tarr is, you know, when do you ever get to meet the president, no matter who he is, right? Oh man. A lot of people met Bush and Obama that didn't like either one of those guys. Oh my God, we didn't score there is a shame. That we didn't score there is a shame. Oh, or there. Oh no. I've been set up so many times. Jason Tarr. This is for you, Tarr. Here I go. Here I go, Tarr. Rebound. Oh, I got it ripped away. Get it back. We got to score for Tarr. Score for Tarr. Hashtag score for Tarr. Let's score for Tarr! We did it. Yeah, at least I am more for... Yeah, at least Trump didn't destroy the economy like Trudeau did. Although we've kind of... we've done a good job of taking away all the stuff he did do. The one thing that Trump could have done was fix the economy. He'd ruin the environment, but fix the economy, and now the economy's crashed, so it's like, oh, fuck. Feels like somebody almost did it on purpose, doesn't it? Jason Tarr coming in with a $35 bomb. Hey, when it's a light night, I gotta do more. I gotta stay on longer, man. I gotta do as much kicking ass as possible. You're damn right, Mike. I gotta feed the fam, yo. I lost my part-time, yeah. I mean, it was a weird driving job. What's up, Sean? You like shadow banned in the chat? Because I can... Oh my God, what a save by Pecorine! He stuffed him with the toe. What a stop right there. He hit Chara, didn't do anything. Here comes Chara. Oh! Oh my God, Techno Taco. Shout out to Techno Taco, 16 months in a row of being a subscriber on Twitch. Techno, thank you so much, dude, for that support. That's over a year on Twitch, man. Thank you, brother. The Techno Taco.
He's got a big taco down below, just like my wife's infected taco. It's me, Duke Nukem. I've got a new game. It's called Banging Your Wife.
Oh, man. Zdeno Chara shoots it wide.
Here we go. I'm about to get it, man. Here we go. About to get it, man. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh,
Techno Taco. No. Fuck off.
I have mixed feelings but don't mind meeting him. Thanks for the goal, bro. Much love.
Thanks, man. Have fun, dude. If you get to, that's pretty cool. Will certainly be a historic thing someday, you know what I mean? People are going to look back on him like, it's just going to be crazy. Oh! Oh! Ellis! What a stop by Ellis. We just stole it! In front. Get it open. Put it on net. Put it on net. Oh, no. One more rush. The clock's ticking. Oh! Thank you, Jason Tarr, again. Jason, man, you're the top donation, Jason. So thank you, dude, and thanks for another $5. You guys can get the Turkey Club T-shirt and all the other T-shirts pinned to the top of the comments if you guys want to support. Check it out. Yeah, insomnia has been getting crazy for me too, dude. I was up wicked late last night, and then the allergies have been just murdering me, dude. And then I was really grinding my Diablo character the other day. I got to really get back to YouTube work and get back to giving more podcasts available for you guys in the day and the afternoon. That's what I want to do. Because I feel like I haven't been providing enough content in the mornings and afternoons for you guys when people are at work and doing things in the day. They're like, oh, Joe's not on until tonight. Oh, well. You know, so I really think I need to start dropping that stuff a little bit more. So I'm going to be working on that going forward. Let me hit up Jesse. Going to be having Robbie Hyde as a guest soon. Going to be having Jesse J. Me and Jesse J going to be doing After Dark. That's going to be available on Patreon. After Dark and Note to Self, they're going to be available on Patreon by tomorrow night. So it's all going to be there for you guys. If you're at least a $5 patron, it's going to be available to you. That's just another thing to throw out there. Yeah, I remember that, Jake. That shit was crazy. It's good to meet a local guy. We have a few local guys who listen from all over Massachusetts, but oof, picked that one up way too high. Oh, boom. Chara, Hornquist. Back to Chara. Couture dumps it in for Hornquist. Makes the hit, and the puck almost goes in the net to Ellis. Hornquist finds a present. Chara bombs away on Ellis. What a save by Ellis. Couture steals the puck back in front. Hornquist can't stuff it home for the Bruins. Boyd plays it out to Andreychuk, who fires it back errantly to the Bruins. Boyd's on him. The Bruins take the puck all the way back into their zone. Zuccarello makes a move on Sagan. He separates both. Shot and is blocked in front. What a move by Zuccarello, but he went nowhere with it. Entry again by the Orange Cocksuckers. Andreychuk down low. Back in front, centered it. Saved by Pecorine. Dubrusque. Half wall over to Falk, who loses control of it. Makes the steal. And heads to the slot. Wrist shot off the blocker. Saved by Ellis. Coyle can't staple it in. Andreychuk leading the charge for the Orange Cocksuckers. Jamie Benn feeds it back into the Orange Cocksucker zone. Intercepted by Charlie Coyle and a save by Ellis. It catches him up high. Dubrusque in front. Reinhardt tried to make the steal and he lost control of it. Bruins are putting all kinds of pressure on right now. Reinhardt with his shot. Tipped in front and almost into the net to Ellis, who gets the waffle iron on it to get it out of there. Hull through center ice past the red line. Finally, the Orange Cocksuckers enter the zone again. Jamie Benn, another interception. Pacioretty, one-on-one. Gets entry. Another wrist shot. What a save by Ellis! Goodness God, off the glove! No doubt about it. That was heading for the net. What's up, chat? How you guys doing? Every once in a while, I got to flip out and just lose it. You know what I mean? Pretty humid night out here tonight. Oh my God, did he get run over? They call it an injury or timeout? What just happened? Penalty, injury? He got waffled. Did you guys see that? Dude, he got run over. Absolutely run over. If you do After Dark, you should do it live on Patreon. That's not a bad idea. And then I may put the audio up separately, but yeah, maybe we'll do it live too. Maybe that's a good idea. Big shot to Ellis. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. We'll do it live. I'll do it live. And then we'll record the audio and upload the audio separately so you have that too, in case you want to just download the audio later. I got you. Bombs away. What's up, Alpha?
Ooh, score! No, in front, score! Yeah!
Look at the center right here. Boom. Nobody picking up the open man standing in front of the net. The coach is going to rip his hair out. This is a beatdown. Oh, right in the face. Jason Tarr, man, with the bombs away $35 Moo Cow Leah donation. Eventually, me and Leah will get our Till Death Do Us podcast out again. I'm just going to convince Leah to get back on that with me. We almost did it a couple times, and then something crazy happened where she was taking care of the kids, you know? But soon we'll have that going. Wow, talk about riding the line. Oh, the one-timer. The backhander. Bring it on, Sagan. Oh, Reinhardt lost it, bro. Oh, I wanted to nail him, dude. Here we go. Here we go. Ah, I blew it. I blew it. I had the open guy, too. I blew it. Oh, wow. Wow. That'll do it. Jason Tarr, man. Thank you. I'm so happy that Jake was feeling better today, man. That was the biggest thing. I was very happy to see him. He was looking in good shape tonight, too, on the show. I was really happy that he was feeling better because he was in, like, really feeling bad the last couple weeks. So it really made me happy that he was feeling better. To see him better and to hear his takes on some things. I mean, obviously you guys have seen me do the show solo, and that's fine, but I love it when we get Jake to bounce off of. So happy to see him doing well, man. Very happy about that. He's down in Connecticut. He's not that far, but I don't see Jake that often yet. I've only seen Jake in person about three times. I think I've seen Jake in person. How are you guys doing with all this shit going on, man? How's everybody doing?
Want some bubbly? A little bit of the bubbly.
From one mass brother to another.
Oh, thank you, Gabriel Torres. What's up? Thank you, dude. Thank you, Gabriel. Joe, you should go fishing someday with your kids. That's the safest thing you can do right now. Yes, that's like the thing that I want to do the most. We have the fishing rods. I actually got some. So, and I've been asking people around here, like, what's the best lake to go to and where's the best place to fish? And I've gotten some ideas. So, yeah, we're going to be definitely going soon. I just want to take them out. I want to go out and I want to just do something, have whatever. So, yeah, fishing's coming up. I got all the rods ready to go. I could probably order bait online now, right? I could probably order some those worms. Which worms do we used to get? The mackerel or the mealworms, or not the mealworms? They're like the crazy worms we used to get. Those big ones with the fucking. They look like centipedes if they were worms. They're gross, dude. I used to get those. Those things were awesome for salt water. I don't know how well they do with. Probably wouldn't get those for lakes and ponds, but for salt water, man. We used to catch some good bass with those. We caught some bass and some stripers and some stuff like that. Yeah, you never know with Jake, man. He could be sick and not feel well for another week, or he could be back for good and not have any problems. It really depends on what's up. Thank you, Gabriel. Let's try some PUBG. What's up to everybody on the Twitch chat? Respectable little group in there. Hey, the clips are back. Why are they? It's like they leave, they come back, they leave, they back. Yeah, we need a vacation. You're right, Villain. Villain, you're right, dude. We really do need one. We really do need one. We need a way to. But with all the stuff going on, it's hard to figure out what to do, you know? I'd like to go camping on one of those camping sites they got out here. Hey, Chad. Thank you, man. One-man squad. Okay, cool. Team deathmatch. I'm gonna play a deathmatch game. It's been a while. Even it's not been a while because it hasn't been out that long, but it's been at least 4 weeks since I played one. 5 weeks. Fuck, I thread going to Boston next week during the virus. Oh yeah, Jimmy Joyce, what's up? Joe's praying. No, I was just reading Twitter. I hadn't read my Twitter in a while, so I was like, let me go see what's going on. Nate from VA sent me some crazy shit. What's up? Should probably change the title now. Do 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 do. Doot 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 doot. I forget how to throw stuff. Do I not have a grenade? Oh, here it is. just fucking around with stuff. It's been a while since I've played it. He's gonna get killed by the other guy. Sounds like the riots. Wow, he missed. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Fuck. I didn't reload. Shoot him for me. I didn't reload. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, dude. That was the whole point of me stopping there. See, I haven't played in a while. I'm slow as shit right now. I'm super slow right now with my everything. Oh, fucking god. Is my auto aim not... I mean, is my automatic not on every time? Dude, what are those guys doing? Oh god, dude. Need some fucking meds. I forgot you auto heal. Got the assist at least. Fuck. What's up, man? Motherfucker. Playing terrible. 2 and 6? Yikes. Fuck, I missed him twice, dude. Fuck. I'm trying to get to my grenade. Why is the grenade so different now? Why are the grenades so different? Fuck. What the fuck is switching to grenades? It used to just be one button. Am I fucked? You tap down, that's meds. Tap left, that's auto. Tap up. Is it up? Did you tap up twice? What are they doing? How the fuck do I get to grenades? Let me see. Okay, I keep tapping up. I can't get to it. Hold up? I don't fucking get how you get the grenades. What is going on? Okay, right bumper. Holding right bumper. Right D-pad does it. Swear to God, that's not what it was before. Dude, I'm playing horrible right now. Fuck this game right now. What's up, dude? Gabriel Torres. Ah, someone killed him. What the fuck? I just wasted my grenade. This guy's like, fuck this. Is no one going over there? Thank you. Fucking guy was following me. I thought he was. Ah, I should have had at least two. Fuck. I knew they were coming. Four and 9, that is unacceptable. That guy scared me. Get the assist. Fuck, I missed every one of those shots. Fuck, get him, get him, get him, get him, come on. Brokenlion! What's up? I'm coming. Broken with 13 months in a row subscribed on Twitch. Thank you, sir. I need to go to the boxes. Yeah, I need to get some We won! We did it! That fucking guy was crying like we're gonna lose. We did it. 7 and 10, I ended up coming back a little bit. Still not playing the best, but getting better as I remember how to play. Which is all you can ask for, I guess. Fuck. god. Where's the bad guy? Oh, look out, dude. He's gonna get both of us. What's up, chat? Broken Lion, 13 months in a row, man. Thank you, Broken Lion. One of the baddest motherfuckers in the entire JCS army. Broken freaking Lion. Oh, I threw that grenade outside the circle. That sucks. Aw, man. No. Damn it, I fucking didn't have it on auto again. Why the fuck isn't it auto on auto? Motherfucker. That was dumb. I'm gonna end up as the worst player. Oh my god, that guy's 2-11. His name is Broken Boy. Is that you, Broken Lion? Got him. I killed him with that grenade. Another one. 10. I'll get him, dude. I should have had him. What the fuck was lagging? What the fuck? 10 and 15, man. I got to get back to goddamn even. If I can get to even, I'll be happy getting back to even. I'm not happy with this, though.
Pour me a beer. You've got a new subscriber.
Joseph, thanks for the sub, dude. What's up, Joseph? Oh, get me out of here. Ah, I fucking should have kept going. 11 and 16, yikes. Oh my god, hit the guy already. Oh my god, dude, that was pathetic. Too many targets, man. Oh. Nice, got the assist at least. Hey, we got him. I didn't play well at all, but... I didn't play good at all, but... Damn, dude. Mega Game Sony. 47 kills, 16 deaths. Damn, he was ripping bitches up. Yeah, I mean, Unreal back in the day was crazy. That guy was ripping bitches up. I don't know why it blanked Jimmy Joyce your comment out, dude. I just filtered it back in. I don't know why you got filtered out. That was crazy. Lost 7 pounds today? Would you throw up? Jeez. No, I've done that. I've lost 5 in a day before. Well, actually, when you're sick, I think I lost 10 pounds one time when I was sick for like 3 days. All right, man. Me and Jesse are going to do our thing. I'm going to get ready to record with Jesse and record my other podcasts up on Patreon. I hope you guys can join the JCS Army on Patreon, man. We need more soldiers over on Patreon. Thanks to Wes Wellen, not Wes Welker, Wes Wellen, for becoming a new patron on Patreon. What's up, brother? On Patreon, download the app now. 326 patrons and counting. 30 hours of bonus content not heard on YouTube. Come on over and join the JCS Army on Patreon. We need your ass over there. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show, or download Patreon on your phone using the App Store. Apple, Google, whatever it is. Get Patreon. It's free to look at, and then you can sign up to be a patron. You'll get access to thousands of shows that we've done over the last couple of years. All the Corrupted podcasts, all the other stuff, all the podcasts with my wife, the one I just did with my mom, all the podcasts with everybody from JCS in the last 5 years. It's crazy. There's tons of it, and it's all on Patreon. All right, guys, have a good night. Thanks to everybody who supported the show tonight. You're badasses, and I'm ready to lick myself. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll have some kind of, I don't know, midday stream or something probably happen tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Thanks to Jason Tarr, who dropped the largest donation of the stream. Jason Tarr going to take home that digital JCS title. Kisses to everybody in the chat. And look for me and Jesse's podcast coming to Patreon. It will be up. We'll be going live in a few minutes with that. So you guys can listen in, and then the audio will be up, and then everything else will be up. Be a big night. And yeah, Brokenlion, I got to get some more videos posted on the Pornhub channel. That's been a lot of fun too. Good night, everybody. Kisses. And what the cock is cooking.